rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change.
Mumma and sorry and renum Nina Nyawo Eka Ghana Naneman Sakia.
Let us rise for a change.
Sorry and renunye.
A voice for Bahama is a voice for Ghana. Ghana needs the best thing. John Mahama is the man for us.
Oh, Ghana needs a change.
Let us rise for a change.
Sorry and renunye.
A voice for Bahama is a voice for Ghana. Ghana needs the best thing.
On behalf of the people of Tema East, and by extension, Tema West, Tema Central, Katamansu and Ashaiman, are very pleased to have you interact with the fishing community this day.
The victory of Mugabe.
I've been talking about an economic corridor, and I call it the Volta OT economic corridor. We know that Volta region and OT border our neighbor Togo, and there's a lot of cross-border trade. And so looking at putting facilities to support farmers in order that they can produce more, there's potential for expanding cassava production, there's potential for expanding rice production, there's potential for expanding cocoa production, especially in the northern Volta and OT regions. There's potential for expanding ginger production. There's potential for expanding production of oil palm. And so these are all things that, if we invest, would bring more resources and improve the incomes of the people of Volta. We also need to put in some infrastructure to stimulate economic activity, especially trade and commerce. And this we can do by creating a corridor, an economic corridor that stretches from Uti all the way to the southern Volta, Aflao, Akachi areas. And so we're looking at a modern market for Aflao, which would be a counterbalance to the popular Ashigame in Lome, so that we can improve trade between the two countries. But aside from that, also upgrade the market in Akachi, upgrade the market, a new market for Georgia. Already we have the whole market, and then upgrade the market in Jasikai and Hohoi, so that it can stimulate trade between that whole corridor. But we need to do some things first. One, upgrade the road between Aflao and Ho, Aflao, Georgia, Ho. We must make it a first-class road so that people can commute easily. And then we must also finish the Jasikai and Hohoi road. A good percentage of it has been done, but there's a small stretch left that is in very deplorable condition. And so to prioritize and complete that road, and indeed complete the whole of that eastern corridor, it will stimulate movements of goods and people between the northeastern part of the country and the southeastern part.
Our priority when we come in 2025 is to provide jobs for our young people. Because a lot of our young people have finished school 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even 5 years ago, and still cannot find employment. It's not that they didn't go to school. They went to school, they have certificate, but they can't find employment. And that's because the unemployment rate has gone up. In 2016, when I was president, the unemployment rate was a little over 8%. Today, the unemployment rate is almost 15%. And so a lot of young people don't have jobs to do. And that's why I was saying that we have to accelerate our economy. And so rather than walking, we must start running. And so if we're working 8 hours, we must start working 16 hours and 24 hours. That's why we're introducing the 24-hour economy, so that we can create more jobs. So that we can create more jobs for our young people. And to create more jobs for our young people, we have to help businesses to be able to add on more employment and work in the night. And so we're going to help a new crop of business people called agribusinessmen. In every region, there's going to be a special agro-processing zone. Government will acquire the land, will do the roads, will bring water, electricity. And anybody who wants to set up a factory to buy products from farmers and process it will be giving the land to establish the factory, so that our young people can get work to do. And all these agro-processing businesses will work 24 hours a day, so that they can employ as many of our youth as possible.
I've been talking about an economic corridor, and I call it the Volta. Students face financial barriers, with over 40% struggling to afford education and accommodation. And as I recently announced during a visit to the University of Ghana, my government will partner with the private sector to demarcate a portion of the vast tracts of land that the universities are holding to construct hostels for students on campus at reasonable rates. And thereby address the accommodation challenges that students are facing. The professional institutions of architects and engineers will be engaged to provide uniform designs for these hostels and a costing of the hostels that will be built on all campuses, and that will be under our program of a bed for all students to be able to stay on campus.
President Mahama represents candor, honesty. Today, Vice President Bawumia cannot subject himself even to a single media interview. Vice President Bawumia cannot. But President Mahama represents that credibility that is lacking in our system. He subjected himself to serious media scrutiny, and beyond that, President Mahama is the only former head of state to subject himself to an investigation of the state institution and came out cleared, clean, white, and acquitted. That is the credibility we need going into the future if our young people are going to be safe, if we will be protected, if we will have jobs, and if we will not have debt saddled around us. And so on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you, on December 7th, even before December 7th, start the mobilization. Let's get John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jainana Opoku-Agyeman elected to the presidency once again to save the future of this country. Thank you very much. President Mahama represents candor, honesty. Today, Vice President Bawumia cannot subject himself even to a single media interview. Vice President Bawumia cannot. But President Mahama represents that credibility that is lacking in our system. He subjected himself to serious media scrutiny, and beyond that, President Mahama is the only former head of state to subject himself to an investigation of the state institution and came out cleared, clean, white, and acquitted. That is the credibility we need going into the future if our young people are going to be safe, if we will be protected, if we will have jobs, and if we will not have debt saddled around us. And so on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you, on December 7th, even before December 7th, start the mobilization. Let's get John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jainana Opoku-Agyeman elected to the presidency once again to save the future of this country. Thank you very much.
Elections have consequences. The way you vote has a consequence on your life. In 2016, we took a certain decision. We voted because a certain group of people said they were the most competent to rule this country. Things were not perfect under my government. We had not made Ghana heaven, but at least we were making some progress. Today, we are told that our lives are better. How can our lives be better than it was in 2016? And everything you talk about has deteriorated. They said, we are bringing an economic wizard. He worked in Bank of Ghana before. It was him who helped Kufuor to make the cedi equivalent to $1. We are bringing him to stabilize the cedi. What happened to the cedi? It broke jail and ran away. He said he had arrested the cedi and locked it. What happened to it? The cedi ran from 4 cedis to 16 cedis to $1. And so, elections have consequences. Today, they say we should applaud them for what they have done in 8 years. In 8 years, we are hungrier than we are. You remember They say, yeti what, yeti den so. Yeti sikaso, and so, come the. You remember that one? Ghana nye here my yeti sikaso, and so come the. You remember it? Today, aren't people more hungry than they were before? I've seen students who have been offered admission, but who have not been able to take their places in university because their families simply cannot afford to pay the fees. There was a case of a medical student in Upper East region who was working on the farm. He had passed with A's throughout, and he was called to medical school. But he was on the farm with his parents and couldn't go to take up his admission because he couldn't afford the fees. There are many other students like that. You think 2,500 cedis or something is small. For some families to be able to put 2,500 cedis together is a real struggle. And so we don't want, especially in the first year, when the students are coming in for the first time, for them to go through what we call fee stress. And that's why we call it a no-fee stress policy. And so we're saying that we can absorb the academic facilitator fees, but it will not affect the subventions of government to the universities and institutions of higher learning. The subvention from government has kept declining. We're going to increase the subvention, but apart from that, we're going to make sure that the university gets their subvention on time so that they can balance their budgets. And we've costed it. And we approximate that for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, it should cost anywhere between 270 to about 290 million Ghana cedis. Let me tell you something. The president, a few years ago, his travel budget for traveling in 9 months amounted to 69 million Ghana cedis. They held one cabinet retreat at the presidency, one cabinet retreat. You know how much it cost? It cost almost 5 million Ghana cedis for a cabinet retreat. There is so much waste in the system. And even if you look at the Office of President budget alone, you'll be able to cut to raise enough money to pay academic facility user fees.
Abraba boy. Ete se na wie. Asante mai me ma obi aha. Ya wade nyina ho kwan. Na se ye nyina na fata yen. Mo bibi aha mo bibi akwa aba. Se wutie me wo manhia. Asedaka se nkomo odimafo nyame. Obo ade e otwedi ampa Onyankopon. aseda kase etoso koma santemera otumfo setu atekoko so Solomon na wie nana bibia abakode wa wodihie o wa wonana atankolega bi ga Mugabe Maase ni asantema nyina mama ha o so wutiemi wo ame wutiemi wo CPC wutiemi wo pakrono wutiemi wo krofrom wutiemi wo tafo ana wutiemi wo mankranso adudwama wutiemi wo adwoso ya asante wa krom wutiemi wo konongo mobibia kwa ba wiei ade ba adehie 99.1 FM Power FM 97.9 so wo sunwane na wutiemi wo 88.1 FM sunwane FM 88.1 FM so wo tamale na wutiemi wo dagbon 102.5 FM wo tamale wa na wutiemi wo Kesmi 107.1 FM wo ho na wutiemi ewo ho FM 92.5 wo tadi takrade na wutiemi ewo takrade FM 99.1 wo kana wutiemi wo Power 97.9 FM Ezama Lambala Western 100.3 FM wo bokuyin na Upper East Region wutiemi ewo Source 100.1 FM wutiemi Oputiga ewo Wepa Sampa Wande FM Global 105.1 FM suho wo wana wutiemi wo WFM wo Boli in the Savannah region na wutiemi ewo eye Nkeligi FM atese enawie yi asatima bibia bokode affiliate stations atwa sha Ghana ne amana ne nyina land ne GFM radio ne Fire Live radio sanso ne enuanam amowo eye USA mo Virginia na motiemi ewa Apple 68 FM nyame asodwe ka mo nyina na awie yi oma wonye nhira se radio stations ne doso na so wo kumase ya wo asatema temu ne watwusu adehye 99.1 FM Asante regional chairman na nakwase nyame asomdwe nkan oba asatema mu opa baby papa da eye Tucson hotel ewa chan krom ewa joso chairman nyame asomdwe nkan Ejumawura Alhaji Said Wagongo Alhaji salamu alaikum na nyame onya wo kese onhyira wo bebre sawa akomapa edema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene NDC amanyoku haye betra entua kapre papa no wabre o Said Wagongo wabre ene yaba santemem say yaba be kan sempa yaba santemem say ye ne ma santemem fo ba be din komo mo am central market na wi am opomo te sen mo am opogole mo opomo te sen mo am opaso school house o abusafo mo nyina mo ye na awie yi ejuma fo mo konfa no cha ban resabia mo nyina mo ye na awie yi me chacha mo nyina Swami magazine Alhaji Adam Master Ziko me chacha mo nyina mi amenuani Master Oko Enterprise ewo Swami magazine post office me chacha mo nyina mi amenuan be ma issue woni woni aba sister Mary sister Kos mma club 600 munyina mo hote sen sister Allah ne sister Jara muna munyina mo hoye masagado enemi amakonta Hakim inside Swami magazine munyina mo hoye na awie eye mo amode munu aba ma ba kope atankolega bi ga Mugabe Maase ba ma ba wonsu otro no waso agyan unbreakable, unstoppable, untouchable, and unbeatable. The strongest one, Atankoliga Biga, the man with 900 million angels, and the Kumasi, Asante regional capital. Many team nina ewaha, and now better sounds, Ubeti Gumbe, Ubeti Ndiambeli. Now I know a son and a baby Piamo Cromano, not 500 million angels ever had that. Nana baby dinkomo. A comedian is so bad, come on. You saw one can I would see me. Ewa makola ye mame madwadifo mo mo kaneshi utie mi won kroma flat latabie kwashi uwa amasaman uwa nsanwam uwa suhum parliament bayede if you kwade akọ Ghana ya parliament bayede ebeyede NDC be taking majority in parliament. The ceremony babro and this about a majority in parliament. We are forming the next government. Near the papa at the Ama Asantemai. And you might, His Excellency John Dramani, Mama Shah, say I want to meet Henry, you know. Yababa 20 in a so. Muamu Crofo Mamutiemi, Muamu CPC Amutiemi, Muamutiemi, our Dechamso, Muanamu Juma, our Crofo. And can you for us at Bolga Station? Sabra near Susani and Namwasli College. No, when you know, you met baby almost and now I was girls, senior high. No, when you know, you met Coconia dear, if you want near Koboga swimming pool, Space of Life International School near Kugari. And I buy a dim. So I mean, you feel the church here was running in a. Nano of JK, any more Jacobo home. Nana Kwame, of a Bibiabo Cordia. Miniamba Hega, any Miniamba B, Safrinyako, nearby Fiesa Hene, my Esther, the Chebushania. The end is so general. Won't you in one day? Why she has seen. Very well. Higher this year. 99.1 FM. Midi Edi Mugabe Maase ubetimi afre me Atankoliga Biga. Me general manager of Power 97.9 FM on Kran. Enei ya sese yekuku ne akaka nyina bepiemu ewo ha. Ne team ayedi omo free Kran aba santememo ha no. Eye solid team. Ya cha se wo hu se ye ka eye communication mu a wo mo abin ye papa. E free sabre kwapim se no sia bebo. Media da na kwankra de minim. Say hana me wo me bomu free hasa de to say mo onkran stations awodo mako 37 across the country and ever programming live kebe wa fidie no wo takra de na wotie me wo sharp 106.9 FM so takra de 2 radio stations and a picky feed in live from Adishia 99.1 FM Power FM 97.9 onkran Abona nine cray no matter TV as was at so with the 900 million angels. Santimewura 247 to take across King Solomon. Seka come out and then an animal helpful. Ya mo asantemai mo wadwe pade ma asantemai na da ne da nyina no otumfo kasa oka asumdua asem da ne da nyina otumfo kasa oka galamse ho asem na netwa hifu bebre ya womudi omuwurawura eya galamse mu according to Al Jazeera enya Ghana how Dr. Elliot weye juma Konfanochi Teaching Hospital abra woni Al Jazeera for the deal komo awo kata Doha what say in Asante region yaria your friend say kidney problem no kidney infection no a triple for the past 3 years in your population you want about 34 million no nipa mako 5 million and a umanya kidney infection ya obeko dialysis be call twice a week e be call 3 times a week session bi obeko bia no one no na enye 600 Ghana cedis a week once it 600 times 3 ubenya wobenya 18,800 Ghana cedis every week. Inti wunya kidi na no say o abusafo ha said ye gege 20 ya to wadaka because woko die na di we nyina aba aye galamsey illegal mining na akwaso in all the 16 regions no which say ayesu ayanom 16 regions no metime ma only 3 regions and aye safe asateman yesu da ye chase wase produku ko jani de boyemu abanwei asɛ asanteman MPP abanwei asɛ asanteman ama ene galamsey ana atete se ewo baabia ye kasa manin enyo tie mi na tie mi yie pa na bibia wo ya wo di nyansa ya dan ato ho ene yesu aya dum ni nyina no nso ne te sai nso aya dum no nso ne te sai ye rivers akese wa asanteman mo haro se rivers ne eni te sai eno ne yaka ho asem eno ani yaka ho asem mi wa busua awo asatemam yawo me awo asatemam me ko school awo asatemam mi wo fie awo asatemam kuma se ya enti me kasa te se obi a mi otumfo se to ate kokwa so ne na ena ekasa se de otumfo ade abufuo ekasa na sai efa aye galamsey ho na so we are sitting member of parliament ewo afujasi a abrasa temawura ekasa na this year de mo ye ne munyai na no no ahemfu munyai wo bia fa ne ho for saade no na ede o haw ene amane ene ma o man ene asanteman now we are sitting MP wo asantemawura otumfo se to atekokwa so eboni dia ne apagya ye mo pia wona na uko jina platform so ase galamsey no yenya ochina wo body mass atemai we are member of parliament for Asante Achim South was the idea of galamsey ni ye jaya ye be nusu eni ye to kidri infractions no 16 regions no Asante region they are triple for the past 3 years. Insure no. Insure nyina adane te second make. Party yeska. Eti se mu bewuo, mu banye kidini de fam ho. Na se so we so. And just as Asante we are sorry adane na so. Tufo se to go kwaso asantemawura nyame ehyewa menti ase ne wansan chefo wa asantemawura ye katambia amokotrase a otufo message a okasa for galamsey ho kamoba boma asanteman nyina atie no mo yaba mo kakra ehye mu boto ba some of the journalists ni ya tomo atomo adwene MPP de o ye de apanje kwa akogire ho aye beto ama no yebesi usu anke yese awoma asanteman kemputu jume wa asanteman emputu wa asanteman fakrata fapen nesa sekrekre abanwe abaye apart from president Kofo Otinima asanteman eya Kofo no emergency ward no munchemet at the pop-up picture pa etinya ya dia ma asanteman mo kire me ba ko pe project o mo start ye no mo abie ya de ka se wadie na Dubai no kate shop ene ye saase o ne ba omia o mo hospital ba ko ana mo kire me ba bia wo ye say janda 111 ye saase o hen zetetrem area ho ba bi me boa hono mo ko kate shop no that area ho of around of society area ho baby agenda 111 no hospital na masie in Asante region no the more complete no me to challenge na mo na on addition 99.1 FM power 97.9 FM in Accra Sultan 88.1 FM Dagon 102.1 FM ewo Pamadi FM 99.1 West End 100.3 FM Oziama Elambele Atankuliga biga Mugabe Maase na kasano me to challenge ne the man before in this region so mo enche one project sa nanado ba wo miaba ye wo mati hospital ana secondary school ba kokra e wa Asante region e de amai ye ka NDC especially John Dramani Mahama is not from this region by a number of dollars woman Asantemai when you Asantemai and Frimo John Mahama about Asantemai you are Wobo Ramen Police now no tools for sell to try to go kwaso Nana Nyamisho unkwaso netete na atete ana ebimanya bi pimpam Isasana John Dramani Mahama aba Asantemai ha o mabubo minister studio wo boni project oba waya dai waya de ma Asantemai go to Tepa government hospital fani ko he ko se wa na ko he ko be kwa na ko hospital ko konongo na ko water project ko mampa na ko water project ensure Sasana John Dramani Mahama and the Tema now Honorable Collins that the member of parliament for a certificate South constituency in the region of the Republic of Ghana no ya water resources and housing minister no two deputies bakoya samsabi ana bakoya Honorable edu say Asantemai this you free bantama here John Mahama etumi ama barika dam no water expansion project crosso ama omune party akodu ofenso bisa won say aban we ba ye no ye wa ase ye be cancer party ama Asantemai dia che odi etia eni sa osa bodo trust e de ma yesa MB before we say o mo di Asantemai hamo mo kurunuma ene swami magazine emema wo so mo ye adwuma daka ase ye adwuma spiritual dealers ya no mutumi ko Japan wo mutumi ko Korea cover pass eba no ene oda koda eye spa ene we eye dame ene load ena ne omoto magazine good so am magazine ya da good dollar to city no and the Sasana John Dramani Mahama about handing over power on the 7th day of January 2017 no na dollar no eye 3.8 and the dollar no 2017 or two utumi ko investment park na biom utumi ko kwa so mania for boga amafo ne ko duba ko fa niema amafo ne ko ta na ko fa niema abawo ko bu nyima nyina ena anema ampetiwa no mo ya adwuma wo bank ne for mo bank managers ena o madani uber drivers okada it is all we will be our Asantemai ha next one se wadwene now yes oh MPP there anwa say wa Asantemai there anwa me apade o ma t-shirt kra ye hia putu no ye ma t-shirt ye wi obi ka kire say wo Asantemai de hia t-shirt ka kire say ni banesa say be na dwene adwuma wo probi a oba wo da chi be si wie wo probi a wo good aya intention wo probi a wo ambitious wo probi a wo preaching now the mind I dey asanisa e kwotro ba ma obi a wo de timu aba ma wo ba no na oba de da cha ba be sei wo no kwata timu ni wie no wo se atija no abeka cha say mumble mo Honorable Kuputu Ablakwa who bondog. That is why we are here. The truth must be what? Must be told. Yes, speak it true to the power. Without fear or favor. Without what? Fear or favor. Asante Regional Capital, Kumasi. We are broadcasting live from Atinga Junction. Ahojo. And go. So you will be now call a central market. Sata Makasi, you could them. And a game ma mutie me na wie Mini amuma mini animo mama. Mo amutie ni wo Kumasi Central Market. And what to say? Mo amu Kejetia Market. She ya mapopo to Mahama e wode ma santeman. Obi ba ya kwa hwase ye watime asese hama mo. Obi asia ejato ho no. De wono no se wono no wo odo ane temade ma santeman no watumi anya amamo. Akatu pass na 50 something days ekoto aba afeni e de contract akodira so amere na ba to say be ya interchange amamo. Never be compare her. And who say, are you from the former government? You know, Napalm, not your mess about swim. This almost say, one contribution. Dear no my master to my Napona was so a corn running metro. One my single achievement. You better imagine say me buy you when on the pro adema asantamai na me education minister no me to me boa e ma asantamai yetumi si community SHS no mako miensa Joma Hama in Asante region who can tell be petty Joma Hama in Asante region me say wo kasa mako be petty we me ko ba bia me do ba kwa bidama me do ba ko ofreso kwa mu abofo kwa num me do ba ko pakoso heya me fa wo ko ba bia o me ko bi me ma hospital sa me do ba ko tap me do ba ko kumawu na me de wa ko afari no what say da bia ye to ba de ma MP die pa no ma ya ma santemaya aye kufo ba ye no kai yo aye emergency ward asa enyuma jama ma start ye so we ya aban na sagire papa wo tima na sababi o se ahoye wo stronghold ahoye wo world bank na wo bi astate so penny na wo free aye bole in the Savannah region of the Republic of Ghana no wa start project bia na aban no agire papa e wo team na wo gina satemai ho a wo ba complete sa project no first hospital na fari no omuwia wo mo free bone na baba ma abaja yare sana wo mo wa aya kumawo no muwia kumawo government hospital na kumawo hospital no wo mo free aya bamboy ana baba abaja yare sana na aya asatemai o iso sumbodi asumkodo obi nim da akommeba ya nyuna gine papa satemai ya papa ya wawa aye ennepa wawa ajepa wawa fie nyansa agina satemai ho enya galanse abai enya tumutumu abai ya soso aye sanfo ya soso asatemai ura katra Joma Maase abato no Ghana for the akomni before na ya dan etoye enade na aba utimi did it 3 times a day power to the people utimi did it 3 times a day ye pabaya wo vision ye pabaya wo waje padema satemai ene Ghana man anya abaya wo nyanyiyimu abanya amafo ka se kwa abrefo se manye we se o ene omo to wo munyaye mo ba kwa abre akọ campaign de mo ba kwa abre akọ campaign ho ena NDC abaye attractive but one ade America NDC in a certain region se ni pane kwa parliamentary candidate no wa anweni a ya kai ni de ni wi anu wafi ho onwene aya presidential no chama na kosi wama NDC aya kono in the region ambassador Himaje Kum mama NDC aya attractive in the certain region onimanya for Frank Mesa mama NDC aya kono Honorable Batmodi Dusu nunia aya Alesmud mama NDC aya kono in the region the former executives Tama Obimpe. Mama and this are attractive in the region. The organizer in the region, Isham, the Minister of Papa. Bojaja from Mama and this are attractive in the region. Miniaba Aya Gloria. Mama and this are attractive in the region. Mary Awusi. Mama and this are attractive in a certain region. O my wrong me out. Tiene ye. O my woman me out. Me force so come to me send a text message to my phone. Emma. Power to the people. Atankole gabiga Mugabe Maase. Kebe wa video no. Mr. Yaga, God bless you. Minia aya lawyer Abbas Nuruddin. God bless you. Ma Joanna CPC Apia Stadium. Michacha munyina ene ewie. Hwe. Jomama asantema mo na jomama se wai. Mo na jomama se pa asantema. Jomama won ne pa de mamo. O adwere pa e de mamo. Jomama ni adeboni bia de ti asantema. Dumi mpuntu nyuma wade ba asantema nyina. Na ewutra wo. Na wo kofa aya MPP dia na wo kofa Jomama dia ni obi be ka kire wo say Jomama NDC ni dia forget you mo. Look at KJT market. It was saying look at Tafo market. MPP dia way. Look at Atonsu aye market. MPP dia way. Asamase market. MPP dia way. Siwa Hospital. After 37 a year military hospital. Family hospital. Kumawu hospital. Tapaman hospital. Bakai hospital. E-blocks. 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 Draboso Community Day School. Bosonche Oyoko Community Day School. Kwabna kwaku krom. No, kwabna kwa krom Community Day School. Asuoso Ofreso Community Day School. Adanse Apeja Community Day School. Adujama Community Day School. Adrobe Ura Community Day School. Banka Community Day School. Agric Nzema Community Day School. Na me master tell me science secondary school. Mr. Duku, Nancy no call retirement. Fantastic man. God bless you. Only Mr. Ade Adventist Day for nyina mechiamo. Pakoso Community Day School. Let's go to hospitals. Eye Care Center inside Confornati Teaching Hospital, Jomama. Bekwai Hospital. Pepper. Come. Rose. Water. Kumawu Water Project. Konongo Water Project. Kumasi Airport Expansion. Kumasi Shoe Factory. Tafu Road. High School Junction to Jinasi Road. Kenyasi Road. Bonsu to High School Road. Kote to Diasi Road. Third Campus. Formina to Bodi Road. Bonre Junction to Bonre Road. Niwa Dubiase Town Road. Bakwa Town Road. Bonfort Junction to Asiwa Road. Bakwa to Asiwa Road. Kumawu to Drobosu Road. Pepper Manfu to Subrisu Fanti Road. That's my area. Momode. Obi the 4 years. Among all these achievements, and you sit in this region and say, no, be about the culture or say, every woman is teacher and one no matter about. Do you see the same person so I can say, now people to a program cabinet 8 years as cabinet minister. Then why am I something? Chairman Sabosu, majority leader for 8 years. So I'm out to say, interchange in Mosaka. This time so run about interchange in Aba. if you come interchange in aba or the size and passing roundabout interchange in Mosaka. Omobano mabama sweet words. Akoto abadi amawom. Omo nyina santama ho. Go to Tebi. Even cemetery in Tebi. Udru ha we yembeso. Yes. Tankoro gabiga Mugabe Maase yaba baba. Mo fa ya soma. Wona panga nanzim same. Ba Africa be. Mami ada we. Mami atankoro ga mami ada wa. Yakanu kwancha santomai. Ebi bibane fo ba no mo bowura hifia wodwa. Mo kanu kwancha wo mo. Mo dia santomai ha mo. Body akase nyina Santo region. Ye ka galance say santomai. Ama yariya. Abawo yariya. Galance yariya. Kidney versus Akepo according to Al Jazeera. Mr. Dr. Anefone Elliot. Mimi to me no matches you. Yes. Sit in your corner. Yatomom. Ye abaya. What was solution to the problem that we are facing today? Galance. Ya cast man and Yamamon yet. By ye abaya. What is papa? Ya abaya no. Ebe to me. Ama for mo kwa ya forest reserve mono. Akwaya mine no to sakwotama. Ya ba stop you about. Some of us, when we take over power, come 7 January 2025, we are not going to disappoint John Mahama. We are not going to disappoint Asantemai. We are not going to disappoint Daniels. You better fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Yes, one hour, Motesuyaga, addition fines of mine, machines in Namson, we will stop them. And my brother, you may, and the 24-hour economy. Obaya, a human of Pabaya, you may be an obiqua numere. Jomama said the catchers at my side. Oban, where we secondary school are pass what you fear. Admission fee kwa wase utia the man ko nursing training or kwa a year university kwa no unibi your mama say me ka cha santamai say wo ba mo obi a wa santamai oba no ba say wo de ko ka university no untua kapeba eno ane say wa fa ne kokone ne kaka no wako first year no wo betua bibia wa fa hoka your mama fa hoka yo mimi anum ma mo wo eye central market mo ka je tia market ya mo nyuma aguo Minuanum ma enemu sumudwetre nyina asia your mama say me kan kire minuanum ma no say what the bibia ye fa say women's banking eba yes a bank no eba e ma kwa na be adwuma mo ye beboa no akwaji loan na wo de aye adwuma no watua ne kakra ye probi wo vision your mama say within 120 days in office one Ghana for a year contract contract ne ba ko ne say yi 11 wo ba yi afi ho ama me ne omienu ne ehun atoyen contract ne bi ne say taxes awodo a ye de agufu alo so a enei covid tax ne wan no jo mama say me ka che say pandemic mu enye pandemic mu ene obi benefit etu oba sa taxes ni nyina no ya egugufo no so nyina no ebe ti say covid tax jo mama say me ka che asantema say oba within 120 days in office we be worth you power to the people 900 million angels on guard Mr. Baby a horse and a honor me bowra yes bema bana kasa menyo baba me bema ba atankoliga biga bema ba capacity ma na me kasa no atente huo kurasuru na ebo nsu obeya bo de mami atankoliga ne atang ne ko bi wa Fokina Tomamwa. Power to the people. Swami magazine for Moka Makumanya the Atomuyam. And Yama Mokraba Banway. Mudba Mudin Yamaniba Porto, Mutumi and Yeninano. Domama said Baba. And Yaman Sakakwana Oba Kraba. Yabapa Kwaya Bafasho Bede. Yabamu Tutu and Kakranka. Na Yafan called demorage. Ababa na wapa age papa say edemawo. Minim Jomama na medina chino. Jomama na medina me Mugabe Maase medina chino. Medina chi for eyesika wo. Medina chi because of when the power the my mother the future generations. Aban way aban ya onwe temamofo ho. Wa take Asante region. Wa take Asante for granted. Sama kwai. Asantema mo hema kwai. And to what I never say in all the 16 regions, you see a per regional kidney infection no acceptable within 3 years here. Na Asantema in everybody. You know what I say? Krura. I did a papa or Asantema. One established say a year for 2 for educational fund. A bonny papa drebe am and Oma Dumpa Sobi. Kuma papa Asante Kotoko no. Na ye boye dia nkeyeni ki ye boye dia Asantema ni yesi ya do Asantema ye stronghold kuma wo hospital yesi anto aso so what they say after 37 military hospital yesi anto aso kwa jo mama na start ye jo mama busu ani so free ball meda ho eye menua me no Asantema de sia wo so ame otetafo otepankoro no wo na abekwa akọji ayaresa wasa ayaresa bia no nipa no so onye obema na pro obema na say ensay onfa ho ene besi ni twafo Asante region mu amutwasini ene o maye mmobose jo mama pastor and creative art ye maami anu oda tourism ministry anu Honorable Elizabeth Ajari, member of parliament for Techima North constituency in the Bono East region of the Republic of Ghana. ABC and Jomama, etua medical bills. I'm saying it on authority. Etua medical bills. At the most of the artists and musicians. I'm a witness to some of them. Full friend Mr. Beautiful Ebisan. You probably are the power. And yeah, we are Santinia. Now to about the man and this year. Now I nyadi into we are Santinino Quadia to about a useless talk. Sabi bodem in the Casasa. I don't so try and I don't know who are there as you who says what. More emphasis no more disappointment. Asante region, more emphasis no disappointment big time. Rekabra so. Education ubenya Asante. Asante kona Asante aba. Na popo na educhuma ba. Energy ubenya Asante. Majority ubenya Asante. Na siya temo. Ene cheme sabo so tene kabi. Me ka tell say Electoral Commission womo de krata bia ba bonten a kire say omo ba ba ya online tie so won say me ka kire say Jemesa ne no kofo no sabe omo test waters ba de omo pa no omo sabeka the will of change no I mean the wind of change wind in Asante blow baby and the will of the people you can't change it. In your muna moya was Asante region nyina and your strategy you be use Samuel Oku you are small boy stop it won't work. You sit in Asante region here and insult also been papuku ya the agini say twe ya so no mu muni natam mo ba wi poto mbp mo ba wi poto en ya muna mo wi am wo region we mu nyina sizi enkobiem Alanche mate meche wa wie asante ma de hye. Nka ene ka me ba yi. Wo ba wo se medu adwoso a medu konago no ma fra wofa ya mo aponko. Me wofa se wado hen. Meduru adwoso run about no gina ho twa me ni gina kra basi do together. For ya mo aponko Nyankopon fa wo kransie. Bushani nyina won hyemoden. Asante region NDC ma ene Kumasi Asante Kotoko Fabulous. Mi am meeting ba ko NDC de me do NDC sound Kotoko. No kura kan ye den. Asante region Sanjira for no ntimi nka. Oka they will stop you. Adwuma wura anyi wadi a they will come after you. But some of us dare not. Don't even try. Don't even dream about it. Well, and then once I maybe can. At this stage, you know, me stop wa. Na madame ho, aba. Angels ne person mo ye nneema bi. The 300 million angels. Yes, they are on God. When of change, you know, I has your blow baby. NDC colors dominate NDC colors in this region for the first time. I'm off 1 year BA. Ghanaians are discerning. Asantes, they are discerning. And you may be a most serious at my champion. Almost serious at my chat. And yes, I'm your chairman. I'm the gold. I go good TV. So now I'm your chairman. Now I'm my airbre. Now Santa my airbre. Near the gold. I go good. So, for time radio, so near dear times. Yes. Assistant. And I'm saying it here today. Mocha Antoa. John Mahama Benya 34.37% in Ashanti region. Come 7 December 2024. John Mahama Ebenya 34.37% in Ashanti region. And this Ibaji city in Mebre Ashanti region of Canada. Yes. Mo bia o man no. Mo bo man no kro no. Sa ska mo bia no etimi siesie Ashanti man nyina ma na yiyi. Akronfo thieves Palugu Dam near spending $11.9 million yakwa ba omiasi yawie on ekosi san on Asempa FM okodu Palugu ha nothing hwini ho yana yai abawe napo yesi hospital se cha ban bia hospital ne se awasante reji kroba so me boba bia John Mahama ne hospital sisi a me bokro ne de kire ho mo nche me hospital ba akopɛ under agenda 111 useless talk, they talk anyhow. Yeah, my dear, we are here to educate and to inform and also to entertain. Take it or leave it. Many why you need to make but and my mama will vote wisely. Okoto abana. Number 8 wana to my John Mahama. Ubadache. Wopasi ebedi ubato tunumu yebedi ubato a. Jina ubadache. Asante mai. Tubabani ye. Na ubabema kwa ware obi babema. Ubaba kwa ware obi baba. Aban wei aban ya tiswei. Womu ya aban ya omususo tunumu so nti aban ya womu tumi nsan. Ena odo atwa kata akoma speaker no wei. Oti hwiche mu wa America. Wose woti wo wuni bi wuni takuni simple wo. Wo yare an timi fa onko South Africa, an timi fa onko India. Ye timi kidney transplant wo timi afford $62,000 we can afford. Mini aba antena me tia wa wie. Onu wura eye Dr. Amufa. Tiamo. Asantema de sia Mugabe Maase atankuni gabiga na me na me wo mikuruma ameka sai. Ontimi si ha, ontimi maha. Wana metimi mahami funu matua ha pame asantema de sia pame se metimi maha asantefo na eto wo no me meka hu I don't need your money say o ba eko university uni sika wo betua mama se wo betua first wo betua mo oko eye second year level 200 ya no access eye student loan on pay aban we licensure exams near the aba where we training college near fail akufo adon timi ntua okanti na otifi your mama ba so be 120 days contract on Ghana forward bi no e kan okore me people me abem so better me I know it do me na ma me very careful me ni di basa na me no so basa o plan so a wo plan no kwa na angels na di card na di a kire me dada e betima konkran ba your mama yenti ni kakra
all level 100 students who have been offered admission but who have not been able to take their places in university because their families simply cannot afford to pay the fees. There was a case of a medical student in Upper East region who was working on the farm. He had passed with A's throughout and he was called to medical school. But he was on the farm with his parents and couldn't go to take up his admission because he couldn't afford the fees. There are many other students like that. You think 2,500 CDs or something is small. For some families to be able to put 2,500 CDs together is a real struggle. And so we don't want, especially in the first year, when the students are coming in for the first time, for them to go through what we call fee stress. And that's why we call it a no-fee stress policy. And so we're saying that we can absorb the academic facilitator fees, but it will not affect the subventions of government to the universities and institutions of higher learning. The subvention from government has kept declining. We're going to increase the subvention, but apart from that, we're going to make sure that the university gets their subvention on time so that they can balance their budgets. We've costed and we've costed it. And we approximate that for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, it should cost anywhere between 270 to about 290 million Ghana cedis. Let me tell you something. The president, a few years ago, 69 million Ghana cedis. His travel budget for traveling in 9 months amounted to 69 million Ghana cedis. Cabinet retreat at the presidency, one cabinet retreat. You know how much it cost? It cost almost 5 They held one cabinet retreat at the presidency, one cabinet retreat. So much you know how much it cost? It cost almost 5 million Ghana cedis for a cabinet retreat. There is so much waste in the system. Academic facility and even if you look at the Office of President budget alone.
That was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on academic year fee. Free tuition fee, university a year, first year for the uni how cram. Yakon ba na afe yakofa abo afon krato. Yaba obete dala edemunka, ofia busu apanyenka. Team ni ya solid bia waha. Kwadwo yeboa Tasi Makati, Alessa Nelson, ubia ewaha. Adesie 99.1 FM suni power 97.9. Siakesie asedakesie Honorable Alhaji Sedu Agongo. Na mishira no anya okese. Emwa wode bua NDC ene odo awo ma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no. Isi Nyankopon wan hire wa meti ase a enyiye. Chama na nakwasi Asante Regional Chairman Nyamishia wo pia onya okese miso udu Asante Region help hotel papa chakru eye Tucson Hotel akojojo ho kama simati wa mo yebesan aba so me magazine fo enimu amutie mi watafo se donese sala wo bia ebusan nyina me mo bia ha e mo bia kwa aba magazine fo mo ye too much won kwaso na muntie station adehye 99.1 na yesan ba bia ma Ye ba be si nkonya. Fre wo nua no nkotena ne TV no so won say Mugabe abawo. Na takwadifoɔ tie otade 99.1 FM. Omo so a omo wo ho etie wo ho FM 92.5. Omo sonwane eye sonwane FM na 88.1. Dagbon eye 102.5 ewo Tamale. Kasmi 107.1 ewo Tamale. Sharp 106.9 ewo eye Takrade. Pusiga eye Wempa Sampa Wende FM. Boku ye Source 100.1 FM. Zebila ye Zeps FM. YAWFM. Adeshe 99.1. Mugabe Maase atankolega biga the capacity man. Edame huaba. Yeba yocha.
our women. Women are the majority population in this country. They are more than the men. And women are active in agriculture. They are active in trading, commerce. If you go to the markets, it's mostly our mothers and our sisters who are doing business there. Unfortunately, they don't have access to the kind of credit or capital so that they can grow their businesses. And so, aside from empowering our women by the affirmative action bill that has just been passed by Parliament, the NDC intends to set up a women's development bank so that it can provide credit to our women. The bank will have its branches in the markets and all other places where women do business, so that the little capital that they need to be able to invest in their businesses, the bank will be able to advance it to them at very low interest rate, so that they don't have to go to loan sharks and go and take credit and have the loan sharks chasing them every day for money. The government workers or anybody who has formal employment, we are introducing a housing program for you. So if you are working and you have an income and you have at least 15 to 20 years of your working life left, we will give you the design of a house. It will be in cedis, not in dollars. You show where you want the house to be built. The house will be built and we will deduct from your salary month by month by month for 15 years, 20 years until you finish paying for it. And so teachers, nurses, doctors, everybody who has a fixed income, you can benefit from this housing program. You can either build it in your hometown or you can build it where you are working so that you don't have to pay rent. And this will be available to all those who have working life of about 15 to 20 years left. You pay in cedis, not in dollars. And you pay at a low interest rate, not at a high interest rate. You took the national debt from 120 billion. Today, the national debt is almost 750 billion cedis. And who is going to pay that debt? It's not Nana Akufo-Addo. It's not Baumia. Who is going to pay that debt? It's you, the young people, the youth. It's you, the youth. Because in the debt restructuring, they've restructured the debt to 2045, 2050. By then, will Akufo-Addo be alive? He will be dead and gone. Maybe some of us too will be dead and gone. But you and your children will be the ones who will be held to pay that money. When NDC was in government in 2016, if you shared the national debt amongst all Ghanaians, all of us owed only 4,000 cedis. Today, if you share the debt to all of us, including a new baby, born baby, all of us owe 20,000 cedis. And so, there is hope. And we have a chance to achieve that hope. And that is why each of us has a thumb. And each of us will be required to use that thumb to effect the change that will make our lives better. And so let's make sure that we keep our voters' cards properly. The young boys, don't walk around with the voters' card in your pocket and you'll be showing it to everybody. Leave it in your house, put it in your box. On 7th December in the morning, you go and take that voters' card out because you have work to do. You all must vote in order that we're able to change this government. All of us are waiting for 7th December. We know the problems with trainee nurses. And that is why when we're in government, we said we're going to substitute your allowance with the student's loan. That's what we said. And that is because we wanted to create more employment for you. What is important for you is not the allowance. It is to get a job when you finish school. But somebody came and said he will pay the allowances. Unfortunately, it was 419. When he went to Techiman, it took a young, small trainee nurse like you to say that you promised us you pay our allowances. I entered nursing training 3 years ago. I'm in my final year. For the 3 years I've been in school, I have not received even allowance once. And you know what? They pretended like they didn't know. Oh, allowances? I'm not sure. I have to ask the Minister of Finance. I am saying that come and pay the nurses. You owe them almost 30 months of arrears. Some of them have left school without receiving their allowances. And some of them are going to leave school again without receiving their allowances. But one thing I can assure you, it is about jobs. And NDC is committed to jobs. And so we are going to create the situation where we can employ as many of you as possible. What the MPP does is, they don't employ for 4 years. Then when it's getting to elections, they quickly say, oh, we've opened the portal for employment. And so they say they've got financial clearance to employ 15,000 nurses. Why have you waited till 3 months to elections before you say you're going to employ 15,000 nurses? And which ones are you going to employ? Are you going to start from 4 years ago or 5 years ago? Which batches are you going to employ? And that is why you must create a condition so that when you are coming out of training, we are sending you into employment at once. Ezu, I make you a commitment. When I come, the hospitals we're building that have been abandoned by this government, we will continue them. When I come, the Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish them. So that we can create more space to be able to absorb all of you when you finish school. This election is between Ghana and MPP. And Ghana must win. And all of you must vote for Ghana so that we can rescue our country back from the family and friends government who want to acquire everything for themselves. Kwame Nkrumah founded this country for all of us. He didn't found the country for just a small family. The opportunities of this country must be open to all our children, no matter their tribe, no matter their political affiliation, no matter their religion. All of them deserve the opportunities of this country. The most important issue in governance is the fight against corruption and accountability. If you don't want to be accountable, go and do your own business. Whatever you do in your business, nobody is coming to hold you to account because it is your own investment. But if you decide that you want to come into public service, then be prepared to be held accountable. And so I've said it and I'll say it again. For those people who have been involved in scandals and various acts of misappropriation in this government, this MPP government, we shall investigate you and we will let the law take its course. We will hold everybody to account. And if you have abused your public trust, the people of Ghana will exact the sanction that is required. Jobs, jobs, jobs must be the priority for everybody. And that is the priority of the next NDC government. Like I said, we'll do infrastructure, but we're going to concentrate on the things that will create jobs for our young people. And that's why one of the policies we're introducing is the 24-hour economic policy. It is a very simple thing. There are businesses all over Ghana. There are new businesses that are going to come. We're asking that those businesses work longer hours than the usual 8-hour day. That is working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. It is happening in other places. In other places, they have a 24-hour economic program where they give incentives to businesses to work for longer hours. And if you work for longer hours, you cannot work with the same number of people for 16 hours or 24 hours. You have to add on additional labor. So if you have a pharmaceutical factory and you're producing drugs, first, government will incentivize you by buying your drugs, because we have a need, and NHIS buys drugs for the hospitals. And so we should buy the drugs that Ghanaian factories are producing. If we are buying those drugs the Ghanaian factory is producing, that businessman can add on additional shifts to be able to meet the demand. And if he adds on additional shifts, more of our young people will get work to do. And that's just an example of the pharmaceutical industry. There's the agro-processing area. There are so many other areas. There's construction. We give contracts to companies to construct things for government. They can add on more labor so that they can finish those projects. We also notice that the bulk of our people here are farmers. And so we need to support our farmers to be able to produce. The problem with our economy is that we are import dependent. Everything we import from outside. Indeed, food products alone account for almost $3 billion every year of our import bill. And a lot of these things are products that we can produce locally. Even we rely on our neighboring countries for some products like onions and tomatoes, and these are all things that God has blessed us with the land. He's giving us sunshine, He's giving us water to be able to do so ourselves. And so we're going to come and assist the farmers so that we can produce enough food. Before you do anything else, the first thing you need is to satisfy the stomach. And so food is the number one priority. And the only way we can produce enough food is to support the farmers to produce it. And that is why NDC is coming to establish farmer service centers. Every farmer service center will have at least 10 tractors with planters, harvesters, everything that a farmer needs. You have fertilizer, you have weedicides, you have improved seeds, everything. And each farmer has to register with the farmer service center closest to him. They will come and measure your farm and see how many acres you're doing. They know how much seed you need. They know how much fertilizer you need. They will come and plow for you. They will harrow for you. They will plant for you. And they'll do it on high purchase, on credit. And when you harvest your crop and you sell, you come and pay, so that the next season they'll have money to support you again. This will help our farmers to be able to produce more food. Obianim say DPRTU, the biggest road transport union in Ghana. And on the General Secretary now say 90% of road transport or GPRTU ase. Nti mudi akotene pa se ba road transport ejuma na madam ase se enfie bibria atwam yi mo na mugina ho ama a driver for ne transport owners ne obi a oye ejuma e road transport sector.
When they ask for one single entity or particular establishment that provides more employment in this country, it is GPRTU.
Mumbai, I'm sorry, and
and you might be brave or what, you know, more can and maybe also intimate and find you, Juma, and your pension scheme for drivers. I'm saying, Samria and this are buying baby. Extreme way by your number transit, near structure a good pension scheme. Send a driver or one on there or ye Juma or yes kakra near the toho, near the toho, near the toho. A bedroom a mre obey mre. I just say all call retirement, not a ja, or no saying a baby kakra at the Akufi.
Of recent, we know we are having difficulties in managing our unions, our work within the various lorry parks. And some of these chairmen gathered here will give testimony to that. We are having difficulty and challenges largely with some of the assemblies. Some have the intention to push aside and then take up the lorry lorry parks.
You bet me a partnership between assemblies and the Road Transport Union to build and improve and modernize terminals and look after the terminals on a revenue sharing basis. We can even have private investors. So DPRT you get private investors. Normal boam terminal. Into terminal no move be escrow account. Into sikani bia moje every terminal no will go into the escrow account. Na etria bosia eje editua edc sa terminal no.
Obia dream say GPRTU for NDC. By a say Obia tia say GPRTU say for NDC inka NDC da they be obetna problem so.
Drivers Day majetum I will say yeah did that back to honor your honor drivers. And see driver or driving safely on your accident or driving by 10-15 years on your accident that's microphone na I will say a bomb mabaso. And see about regional best driver, district best driver, national best driver. Na nina ya bomb mabaso ni ma ma chede bi kakra se na be ya obi anso e de besua na ono so ayesa.
Your child is going out, you fortify him so that he'll be able to fight the journey. But as you are going out now, we want to present you with something. Like here, a chief is going out. It's time, if the chief is not there and he's coming out to campaign or to tell the people that you should take him as the next chief, you have to wear and be strong and nothing should disturb you so that you'll be able to go through. When I was also looking for a chieftaincy after the demise of my father, this is the calabash I put on my head to go about, and you will know that I am out for the chieftaincy. If I go to any house and I'll beg, if they put granules there, I will take and then chew and get the strength. If I want water, to put the water there, then I'll drink and have the strength to go on with go on my round.
Ghana is at an important juncture in its history, and the decision that we make on 7th December is going to reflect on the future of this country. In the last Afrobarometer survey, more than 80% of Ghanaians said that our country is going in the wrong direction. If you are walking or you are driving and you are going in the wrong direction, what do? You change your course. And that is why on 7th December, Ghana must change course. We cannot solve the crisis in which we are with the same people who caused the crisis in the first place. The youth of this country don't have 4 years to waste. The youth of this country are in a hurry to create the opportunities that will make them live a dignified life. The youth of this country want an experienced hand. They want a safe pair of hands. They want a hand that they have seen do it before to come back and take this country and rescue us from the mess in which we have been dumped by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. 4 years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader. It's not about how long you serve. It is about how well you serve. It's not about 8 years or 4 years. It is about hard work. It is about truth. It is about trust. And it is about doing the things that will create a future for our young people. And that is why the NDC is calling on you on 7th December to do your duty to your God and country, so that we can turn this nation around. And so on this occasion, as the leader and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, I declare the campaign, NDC campaign for 2024 election duly launched.
Represents candor, honesty. Today, Vice President Bawumia cannot subject himself even to a single media interview. Vice President Bawumia cannot. But President Mahama represents that credibility that is lacking in our system. He subjected himself to serious media scrutiny, and beyond that, President Mahama is the only former head of state to subject himself to an investigation of the state institution and came out cleared, clean, white, and acquitted. That is the credibility we need going into the future if our young people are going to be safe, if we will be protected, if we will have jobs, and if we will not have debt saddled around us. And so on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you, on December 7th, even before December 7th, start the mobilization. Let's get John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jainana Opoku-Agyeman elected to the presidency once again to save the future of this country.
I was a running mate in 2016. I touted myself as the economic whiskey. Upon coming into government, when the economy beat me like a drum, I quickly pivoted my area of expertise from economic management to digitalization. Whom am I? Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to share with you a few of the policies related to the digital economy that our incoming president is going to implement with a very able team of qualified men and women that the NDC has. Now, these are not the one-zam policies of the NPP. These are well thought through, implementable solutions to our challenges in Ghana. Now, as many of you would recall, in 2016, President Mahama started the Ghana Digital Centers Initiative. And at this project, he established the Accra Digital Center. This was a world-class $8.3 million facility, which was supposed to incubate startups and provide jobs. At the last count, the Accra Digital Center was supposed to provide over 10,000 jobs. If the Akufo-Addo government had put to good use the facility that President John Mahama put up. But what did they do? They came back. When they came into government in 2017, they rather filled the Accra Digital Center with party boys and girls who have been trained in the art of misinformation. That is not what John Mahama promises you. And so when John Mahama comes back, what is he going to do? We are going to put the Accra Digital Center to good use. Startups will be incubated at the Accra Digital Center. But John Mahama realizes that Ghana is not just Accra. So what is he going to do? He's going to establish more digital centers in the other regional capitals so that digital skills training and the incubation of startups and the provision of digital jobs is not just limited to Accra, but is spread across the entire country.
President John Mahama promises to improve secondary education by doing three things. The first thing is ensuring a sustainable funding for free senior high school education. And you would admit with me that our free senior high school has been touted to be the biggest achievement, yet there's no fund to support it. You can't claim this is your biggest policy and not support it. Where do you want to pick the money from? Thank you. We will also complete the construction of the E-blocks and expand infrastructure to guarantee access to all students. About this, a few days ago I was watching news on TV3, and they did a documentary on how the e-blocks have stalled. And there was this particular community. Their people have to travel all the way to Tamale and further places so that the students who complete JHS can have secondary education. And all they asked for was that the current government complete it. But we all know that is not going to happen. So I'm charging you, for the betterment of the younger ones and all those behind us, please, on 7th December, don't sit in your house. If you are watching me, step out and vote for the completion of our e-blocks.
Devotion.
Fellow countrymen and women, the desperate NPP, realizing that they are losing the 2024 elections, has once again resorted to lies to smear the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The NPP's claim that Mahama was against free SHS and will cancel it when elected is nothing but a barefaced lie calculated to deceive you. John Mahama started the implementation of the progressively free SHS program in 2015 with day students and had a clear plan to expand the program to cover borders, hence cannot be said to be against free SHS. What he has been against is the poor implementation of the program. Contrary to the lies of the NPP, the next NDC Mahama government will improve the implementation of the free SHS program to make it better. We will do this by scrapping the double track system, provide a dedicated source of funding for the program, include private SHS, improve the feeding of our children, and enhance the quality of learning outcomes. Listen to the truth from the horse's own mouth.
Free senior high school education has come to stay. If anybody tells you that I, John Dramani Mahama, son of E.A. Mahama, will abolish free SHS when I come, tell the person he's a bloody liar. What I'm against is the poor implementation of the free SHS, which is creating great inconvenience for the parents, for the students, and for the teachers.
And one of the things we'll do when we come back into office, and I know inshallah we're coming back into office, is to complete the 200 community day schools that we began, so that we can bring a quick end to the double track system.
Beware of the NPP's lies. Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC. Fellow countrymen and women, the desperate NPP, realizing that they are losing the 2024 elections, has once again resorted to lies to smear the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The NPP's claim that Mahama was against free SHS and will cancel it when elected is nothing but a barefaced lie calculated to deceive you. John Mahama started the implementation of the progressively free SHS program in 2015 with day students and had a clear plan to expand the program to cover borders, hence cannot be said to be against free SHS. What he has been against is the poor implementation of the program. Contrary to the lies of the NPP, the next NDC Mahama government will improve the implementation of the free SHS program to make it better. We will do this by scrapping the double track system, provide a dedicated source of funding for the program, include private SHS, improve the feeding of our children, and enhance the quality of learning outcomes. Listen to the truth from the horse's own mouth.
Free senior high school education has come to stay. If anybody tells you that I, John Dramani Mahama, son of E.A. Mahama, will abolish free SHS when I come, tell the person he's a bloody liar. What I'm against is the poor implementation of the free SHS, which is creating great inconvenience for the parents, for the students, and for the teachers.
And one of the things we'll do when we come back into office, and I know inshallah we're coming back into office, is to complete the 200 community day schools that we began, so that we can bring a quick end to the double track system.
Beware of the NPP's lies. Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
The OSP found no evidence, circumstantial or direct, which suggests that Foster and his associates were actually paid bribes, and which bribes were to be transmitted to former President Mahama, and that the bribes were actually paid to former President Mahama.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Nation Builder.
Don Mahama waya 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 Don Mahama tuchikoko. Come on, hey, come on, hey. Don Mahama waya 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 waya
A nation builder is one with vision, a planner, and a master tactician. Here's a man with a team that understands that the implementation of free senior higher education, for example, requires adequate infrastructure in order not to destabilize an already working quality educational system. This is a man with a team that negotiates deals in a holistic manner, like the Tema Port Expansion Project that concluded with the construction of the Tema Motorway Interchange for ease of transport of goods. This is a nation builder, one who makes judicious use of resources at his disposal. There are several infrastructure projects in various sectors of the economy accounted for under John Mahame's 4 years of governance. This nation builder is trustworthy, one who is faithful to his promise. John Mahama promised to end Dumso, and truly, he did, leaving the nation with excess megawatts of power at the end of his first term in office. This nation builder is a unifier. John Mahama's leadership transcends ethnicity, family, and friends, one whose message resonates with the upper class right through to the grassroots of our society. Same can be said about his communication prowess. It's unrivaled. This year's elections will be about track record. Second is trust. The writings are clear on the wall. The records never lie. Fellow Ghanaians, the choice is ours to make. Fellow Ghanaians, presenting John Dramani Mahama.
Live on TBS was and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. Yeah, the free and city war a year at this year 99.1 FM. Atenga Junction Ahojo a year Accra Kumasi Ashanti Regional a year capital. Yadi BBI them Eddie Ebro and na Hadie. I just overheard the technical team. Heaven Asante, Emmanuel Nate, and the technical team are almost so war at this year 99.1 FM. One together with the team members, which was a spirit, you very, 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 very high. The atmosphere, no, so be Udu Kumasia. The Piade, the Nakwemo, come. Ya, a nay, a Mrantia, and yeah, Mrantia, you do more free, a year, Kumasi. You do move free, can be do Masiano, which will say the BI day, Eddie Danaquem, come. Kofi Abushapanya Natrasi, a member of the NDC National Communication Team. Sahaso Ena Della Adam, the man from Ashaman in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana, champion a year Della Adam, heavyweight champion, and also Atrasi. Nay, the Baba Bedi, yeah, Nkomo. Asatemai, you per my Ghana ye. You're only one Ghana. You can't see your qua. In neighboring countries, you know more share borders. Won't a year Togo for Casa. Won't a year Burkina for Casa. And I won't a year Africa for Casa. But a day, the American one say, on my bakupa, me no walk. Eye Ghana ana enei me penyi ana se ohempo kese a ye fo yo tumfo se to ate kokwa so King Solomon na saso me de eni dia me de manananom ahemfo de san se ya tete me wa ahemfie ti me kasa nananom mo konkonwa dem na mo gu nsa mo kai mo de hye your pasantema yie opa asantema saye opa asantema kwaso de ne hyehyɛ ya boni nyina ma wonkonkɔbo so de onni adwene pade ma asantema sa asantema putuo abakɔ nanim asantema na nanom ntra konya mokɔ aya nkonyadam na mogu nsa sa de pade de okɔ na chi kura Asanteman here will be our deep put to a bass Santamai. Asanteman here will be our day hospitals by Santamai. Asanteman here will be a Obaka Crow from Mumrantia. No motor near my air bodyguard station. Our bodyguard station. Power to the people. Hi, Wano. Yawa Hase. Yaba boy Juma. Said the bear Santama to have on a trapper Efra. Abaye Tiswa take Asanteman for granted. A butwa bo Asanteman. Yakwa Asanteman will have fear. Our man police. Near Kwabobo minister Sidim. Ye here punto. Asanteman ran about with Chay. Would this see I from in Napo? Would this see I from a sir? A ya adutum. Would this see I from Namubomo dear Quap? Ajana 111 na. Asante region ya kate sword no. Ye real hospitals back one and me no anami ensa. Edu Asanteman. Edu Asanteman. Market ya asasi no. Asanteman ye real one and ye real two. Asante regional minister. Ye bisa say. Project amaye wa Asante region no. Achievement in the region. Bobeya naima ya. O say Confana Chitich in hospital hono. Say hono ye bibi ho. Afraid you know what I was say. Yaka no. Obon sa no sa was say ya no aba me wa be fie. Wo be fie ana ya to ankomo no so. Useless. I know that's Asante here. Asanso aye MP de ma bantema. Asanso on radio. Ye bisanso on madio maya Asanteman. We to me a cafe. What to me a yadan a cafe. Bana ye was Asanteman Musa. You were baby be our free volley in the Savannah region of the Republic of Ghana. The day at the John Dramani Mahama. What Juna Asanteman ho. And now so of Juna Asanteman Huntino. What by your did put you up pretty baby our Asanteman. Papafonia omodia. Mafofonia omodia. Subrisufonia omodia. Kabidifonia omodia. Ya apatrapa fo enya omodia. Se wafonia omodia. Makrasofonia omodia. Adujamafonia omodia. Pakosofonia omodia. Offensifonia omodia. Swamifonia omodia. Tafofo enya omodia. This is a manner. Me Mugabe Maase atankuliga biga. Enei me presenting ayeden amawo. Sa wo kwa kwato abano. Come 7 December 2024. Eheba bia sa number 8. Forget number bia. Number 8 wo. Ho na so to aba ayeden. Oto aba eko. Number 8 wo na gidie wo. Trustworthy. Number 8 wo ene obi a wo fie nyansa. Obi a wo vision. Obi a ambitious. Eye number 8. I can number bia media number ameto ama Asanteman no me for hu no obi number woda. Number atankuliga biga Mugabe Maase meto ama Asanteman no eye number 8. Eno an edeko. Asanteman mu tie me na mo sa tie me biem. Say region way ye body say Asante regional. Dear pa na mobetime dem sese mobo say aban we ba ye Kufuado ne ba womia 8 years na poka ho chairman sabosu ka ho aduchum ka ho regional minister e ka ho. There are other people I don't even want to mention their names. Regional I don't even want to mention their names because omo sombo say me bo omudin e was our platform we so. But the regional police commander, assalamu alaikum. Bisa ho say die no maya ma Asanteman wo mu ne free ha wo mu funu ma e wa ha die no maya ma Asanteman 2017 budget we will construct Swami aya de interchange ofori krom interchange Musaka 2018 near the bia beka ho airport runabout any Santase runabout na be 4 interchange no manya saying in Ashanti region. Manya saying agenda 111 say oh trade thank you. I feel my card trade one more kate sort no in Ashanti region of the Republic of Ghana. Swan anonymous info and Otumfo representative for Asante rep na no ho o kasa no say amanfo say moka monyo ba we die for say dey eye wo yo akwese say nananom say dey no wawie ajada 111 o mawie ana eno mo bebu ho akonta when they come to this region when they talk ask them questions o mo kasa mo me so mo questions say na o na pro yes hospital say cha ba bia o Ghana hospital na wa you tumira ni ayadai ni akyeresie ye kyeresie ni tumire o ye tumira ni ayadai ni akyerewo esie tumire wo so no asantema de hye ewu ya tete na hemfie o kasa o say ye tu sie ani akyeremiri yes enemy wo medium me ma ha say fight from Accra asantema kwaso ya de da makoma so ensantwefo na emema musika hye mubotoma akom demo a yema motako ne sepo hye mubotoma amokotra radio so amokanse mu no me yentome o office o me ma ho me bisa hwe I don't need anything from you enti no kura ne da ho a meka no kura ne saa magana ya den atumpon enei ebi mo pese o man we ehye so o man timi ato aso de na Ghana nse adwene boni a krono a o maba o man we wi a o man we enti no o mu suro se o mo beko jail ba o mo foro suro ekofomba o ma o mo edi boni o ma wi a o man we sika no o mra eye adwuma o Ghana ha no mra ne eni o mo bedi efa ho ni ba bia wo fie efa ho sa wo ye MP atenei da kan Williams atuafu ye tie putua eye Action Chapel Sofopon Duncan Williams with the Amagana for
Masila Misulati Han Wosuki Dalu Kadin Devalan Katsadan Wasanki Tundukala Ayayan Kawahasi Libro Kusunda Christos. I saw 79. And I saw 81. Bishop Nyaku and James, it's not a joke. When the young people were crying, let the blood flow, let the blood flow. I was looking, I said, hey, do you know what it means about let the blood flow? And our people in this church whose fathers were picked up at midnight and they were calling me, Papa, they picked up my father. Papa, we don't know where they are. It was a very scary thing. And I was making calls and calling people in power. And they were saying to me at that time, they called me Brother Nick. And they said, Brother Nick, please stay out of this. Yeah. Plain, they said, Brother Nick, it's out of our control. Please stay out of this. And one person told me, he said, Brother Nick, this one is the youth. The youth are crying for blood. If we don't give them what they want, we ourselves are finished. It was the youth then. It was a very serious thing. It was carrying massive Legon campus. They were everywhere. It was very scary. They were everywhere in town. So I'm saying this to both sides. Don't play with the peace we have. Don't play. Don't provoke. Don't provoke the youth.
Williams nka asanteman otumfo se to ade kokọ so asanteman wura pasumye ya to aba wo Ghana ha ya to aba 92 under this democratic dispensation ya to aba MPP aba 8 years Rollins nya 8 years Mahama nya 4 years Atamesi nya 4 years Obi a hand over power to Ninua Boko. Yanti say o dwa ba bia kwagina ba be say I will not hand over power. Na power na ya wo dia. Wait. That day on 7 January 2025 no you lose. And start making noise na mo making say yeah hand over power, hand over power. And to the good people in Boko in the Upper East region. Now the angels are talking to me. Power to the people. The Inspector General of Police. The angels want to know. The angels right now. The angels want to know, say, more year recruitment to be bad boys recruitment Boko in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana into the police service. The angels want to know. The angels want to know. The angels want to know. This is CIA say right now. I'm in the spirit. The angels want to know, sir. More recruitment to be bad boys recruitment into the police service from Boko. I can see the name Boko in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana. Yes. The angels want to know. The angels want to know. Say Upper East region. Cry a flower sa Boko. Cry a flower sa the Boko. BAWKU Boko. The angels want to know. Say Ghana Police Service, Dan Parry and his men. More year recruitment to be. Money amount for be able to come out. Omonya recruitment to be with her. Omopa bad boys and mamo to recruit them into the Ghana Police Service. The angels want to know. Yes, the angels say we are taking over. 7th December 2024. No bagger bigger. And the best of Abaminu will be able to back. So now, so what is the motive? You see about a voter exhibition, right? Voter exhibition, you say just over to me. I check with DBMA. This I call letter commission office. We call district office. District office and so on. This is checking online anymore. We have only one Ghana. Asantemai, the 900 million angels are calculated bigger. Angels listen make Asantemai Asantemai. I was Asantemai Kaseseki DE. A Kayakwine a year, hospitals a year, you saw a year. Nania Asantemai. According to Al Jazeera, Doha, Qatar, a year, Asia, right? Fantastically. Doha Dala Adam Kofia Busa Penny Doha Wana Kata Wana Nanado Koye interview or say bound to happen to Mutu betimi Ayadai Abasu. And then one Dr. Elliot we ye Juma Konfanoti Teaching Hospital. One no Al Jazeera for any the Eddie Commi 2 million matches you. According to Dr. Elliot, no was say Wosha a year Ghana young population Asante region. Yadi very say kidney infection a triple for the past few years. A triple not a point na galam say in so ya will be a more yin is on number no origin mono. What do galam say can come? And then Kophobia propose for us here. Aquaje permit say a more person or more demonstration etia ye TUC organized labor for me. And Kophobia so quiet demonstration say. Woman pasa yan bande galam say no ebi mu da so eda cells ebisi na nanom monkasa o monkasa the electoral commission eyi na nanom monkasa o asantema monkasa o see a transfer will be done illegally meto aba wo so ame mekwa akodi wona mi din ni de mekọ eye pusiga abodam sembe no and we free say mi kodu wona mi din ma ya mama nto ade ni besi hwa ni o ma bi ti say Mali ni o ma bi ti say eye Burkina na ho nyina eka ECOWAS 60 countries o mo form economic community of West African States ECOWAS no na o mo nyina eka ho bi and the bisa wo say hifo ni di o mo so ni o ma bi a friend Guinea no mo president ay Afakonde ni yaba beto aba no yaba to aba na de yaba chami ato aba no sati internet social media said be obi atumi ni obi akwa anchate ana munye bibia ye to aba ni wiye no asoja fo ji 2 minutes free nsem afede wo se munye dan mo make noise very well and ye nimre Ababi a yaduru no. Fe ne ba bebo gem. Ame mama badwafo akwaba. Ofi abusu apanyina trase. Na mu omre bebre se mutumi kasa. Anu ti de yedi mu firi kran ya dan. Aba beduru asantemem. Position o microphone yi no akasa agumu yi. Yesi soma obanyansafo. Yen soma na motenten. Dala Edem. Na akwaba heavyweight champion from Asha. Obi akọ TV so. Mo amwo mo shops ni ade. Mo so mo TV SYZ no. Power 979. Facebook Live, TVSYZ Ghana, Facebook Live, wo Germany, France, Belgium, Italy, baby, we be asa for nebiano, we be timi ayeden away. YouTube SYZ broadcasting. Dala me mwakwaba. Push your microphone in the case gumu ye mami. Bibi aboko there.
Papa.
Fantastic.
I mean fa aponye isu na minchia Ashantiman.
Santimewura. You the one channel kwa cement ya se. O yi nipa.
Ye kai ya no de mo bia. Ya ba ye ba bedin na ya ma ye nti a ye fi se Asantema ji o penjo mama. Etum no nti ya ba. Ye le ombedin komode ya kansam o abeto maso.
Very well. Ovi. Bibi aboko there. Mushutu camera na kopa na na soma na madawro man se mu bebre. Ovi me mu akwaba.
Mugabe meje so na okode nyame aye
microphone ye na e kasa no na Asantema nyina ti o.
Nyame adom nyame aye dia obetumi aye ye won kwamde Mugabe.
Nti o kasa ni ye wadawro
na sadia ete no mze sadia dela ekan no na ne awoso wadi kan aka no say otikokoso Asantema wura nana yaba wo mpesua so yile yedi nchia mu yedi efin kran tema ahyaman ene ne Ghana man nyina ede bre nana ne yakatre nana say ne nkwaso o se nyo no a ebia ye nya kwan emetena na asase so
na ye chia ye nua eye opinuko nso ba ye ono so boy djuma wa Accra FM eye Kumasi FM ochunuko ye chia wa wiei na eye Alhaji Scenario so nenra ye ne maami awoda enra na ne maami nya 95 years former ambassador to Saudi Arabia Alhaji Scenario enne enso ye wo so awoda Alhaji Scenario enra ye wo maami de happy belated birthday to your mom Hajia eye Scenario and then to honorable Alhaji Scenario Zungu Kokosu nyina nationwide on working committee no omo chairman echia ono so man happy birthday sene Alhaji Scenario wodi wawoda. Very well, you move on to the main issues no enabie dala eba no wahu de ekoso Asantema ya nantia wahu de ekoso so far dia na wahu ya obetimi ni edi ho nkomo na afa ko fezu akankakra
Mugabe be da sibebri
bia se yineti
2016 e ba ba ha na se wura choba bia we 5 cities we ma ho top
fantastic
tie dia make wura choba bia we 5 cities we didi ifufuo ni enam onchenam age nsesa 1 city enna ye ba ye de 20 cities wura choba bia nsesa ye ye 1 city na 2 cities other 18 or 19 cities
20 cities akoto de
na ofa Kumasi pa enne Kumasi pa onda na Akufo-Addo amembuo fun a wo buri enne ye tu dokuru ba ko 7 cities wan kran wo Kumasi na fi se nkran ko na ye bo dokuru 7 cities dokuru no na ye ton 70 pesos ni 50 pesos any 1 city wo mama injo mama time Ghana MPP for say Omanpenjo Mahama ensi form na omonfa yemra no omonfa na Akufo-Addo ba na Akufo-Addo ba ya wase o man no kura enna me no kase se ediane buo wo Kumasi ofa unsabe si form ediane buo wo Kumasi aho kire wo Kumasi no na mfi se won kranko a aho kire e wo ha edin ediane a yekọ ya yekodi ediane no yeti no 8 cities 9 cities 10 cities na ekọ enam 5 6 cities 7 8 cities na ekọ
no Be a teaser to them now, Kadasau.
Maybe a quail who come say on air for
full of form.
For full of fool, cry, no. For full of fool, baby, I call you almost say, mere cry. Any baby, I mean, okay, Moga. Dinny, Diani, some and easy. Many could
Santa to Abapa.
I just say, I buy a 2 and 7. Say, any young Conua. It is an Anakufa that die. It's say,
Santamapa,
a Santimampa, and Puntua, Essenkia. Acquire your number so and Patem, I did your name ban. Say that Tia Party and Nakufa says from
Onemba,
our sentiment on any Baumia. Now, when I make us an anado, what did a sentiment to from say? At it, see, I am on money a dear penny. Oh, yeah, that's a woka. Uber Jama Ghana for you be papa, Ababe Siwa name. O say, what the Baumia brabre meet. Won't want to me a more mine. Sabi, won't another want to me a more mine. Why your politics are 56 years? Want to me a more mine, Baumia no, what do a team fear watch it? On our Ghana Kakake Chalisa, or bra who your politics, 50 years, your politics missing there. Want to me a more mine. Shall I mean what? Ebu. Of a Kumasia sissa. And fear what chinie, and no man who Kumasia me buy Kumasia sissa. Ediani diem a common one.
Who and this colors no?
Me won yama na who say, wouldn't Crawford dim comma. Ya jitu mu say, I'm say about 2016 2020 from so. See a 2 Abama or Mampeni Jomama. Na and you ma e koso no enye no or stop. Offer.
Mayeki kom.
Men nadao say. Only asantifo e kasa. Ewo mai asanti mai mu a de ye ka kire wo e de say. Enwoma sesa ya to aba e ma ensesi fom. Na Akufo do yi so ye to akonya fi ye to ama ye sisi ne ye to esi fom. Obi sa ne sa dan ya o say enya sei ne na ye pe no. Enya sei na o ka kire yen. Nti eba ne sei enenne ye di abene sei. Edi a penny.
Satima bre.
Ediane bodindiri. Of first na ka ba Kumasia. Banku ne mutu e bolo 1 cedi 50%. 1 cedi.
Na 1 cedi na 50 kranka.
1 cedi. Na so 1 cedi no to mienu a wa hwa mutumi ni.
Yes.
And the banku no ya bolo 5 cedis ne 4 cedis ne 3 cedis.
It's auto.
Ya bo wa so 3 na 4. 13 cedi. And I pay 13 CD. Obi you pay 13 CD.
Auto 5 menu was aje 3 ba.
Auto 5 menu no aje 3 dey ba.
Dabi I no know depending dabi. Ah go be. Ya mo mic ya ma voice no cost no. E no ko depending area na wo to.
Depending area no.
Say dey wo kan ye to okonongo.
Yeah, okay. 13 CD. 13 CD.
Okonongo.
Anopa no nwotwe. Yes e be dia ye dia.
Okonongo ne to.
Banku ye to okonongo banku 13 CD.
Na
13 CD.
Okokuro from na ahojo ha.
And wo ahojo. Obi to banku 4.
Absolutely. Ghana.
5 CD 4. Banku 5 cities now. Banku 5 cities no.
Capacity.
The capacity. Banku 5 cities no. It is a table tennis ball. And that's a Korani Chedi. A sentiment pani. Na enye mi wanwa. Ye anope ye si muno ana Mugabe ni driver DFL crew. Ye ni nam krom wa. Bedri baby na bibisa say fe na mati ase de ntia regional minister kwatena radio so a. Ye bisa no say impuntuo be na ban ne ba ya mfie nwotwe wo ma ya wantumi ankasai afa na mehunu bibian sesan omomra Brookers no ba kire o regional minister yomra Brookers wo wo the office o ba kire o Mugabe bibian sesan ye wo Kumase di asesan ye koma aba ani aho kire ye di abratu ye so Nanka first no ye 5 cities ye didi oyi ne 4 cities we didi enne nipa yi 13 cities 20 cities 13 cities on the top banku ai nam nka o ka so to nam a odam 20 edini oga edini me nua kofi wa ha obatu aso
fi yankwa Space in the man.
Okay. But I say that
one no other mama for tea and so on any form.
Sounds a Moga. Unim say me
Michael the Okasana and Crafon and Tonka. My Janum
Janabakum Mugabe now there's an engine. There's an engine. I think a crack baby. Nti Muga na Nedicano say Uncle Abraham Kumsin Chiano and David Dakuji. Chiamunina now production team ewo aha both Maase ya ene enkran emunyina ye chiamunina na ya mamodue ni omwin nso Mugania dela ekan na ekakakra onse nsem na ye kan wa ha no ebe yo bi adwene se eye nsem bi keke bede unse person who tell letter bi a address no now they have to achieve to whom it may concern asema ye kan ye won krofo bi a sa issue we ye direct it affect them direct enye obi a ono wanya no ho enye obi a wakofa nkrofo say won say nsu no won say asase a onya sika bi gudu botoma ana political money bi o enye onipa na sem na yere kampirimpirin yere ka senya ordinary Ghanaian ade affect no ene aduan a enipa bedi dela eka se mi mene no ene yesikrom mpremprem ba bia ye we ya hodo Atinga Junction ba bia ye we Atinga Junction e said that could be say junction 4 say ene yakọ market wo ba bia wo tongade no yakọ ye survey ntimi ne dela nante we ya kodu da ho kra baby na ye bi se nuan ne ade bo ne yesi ye to no so ya to Mugabe
Edini
ayedin wo manim
Edin Maase
mama ka se me kiro emiri bi me kodidi 2012 ekopim 2016 ne ye ba ha ba ye campaign Mugabe me call patase ye wo ba bi wo frɛ efie fufu sana sante fo no frɛ no ne
patase
wo patase
please the point here
sawa good Mugabe me ndi fufu iti bi koto benku na meto benku 1 cedi meto benku 1 cedi ye 50 pesos too and what you asanka di me ya asanka at that time and nama meto ni ye preko ntware preko na ne nine no wo yi mako 4 wo yi aponchi ye made ne tawo no and wo yi tuna me wie ni nyina no dela Mugabe me wie ni nyina no na ye 9 cedis ni nyina no niema me kayo wo yi aponcheta wo ne ade wo yi sagum na mra ma me ni yi ade no me ka chen so me to only 7 cedis so eno ano no me wie no yi niema ni nyina gum no na ye 9 cedis o san ma me nsesa ka ho nti de bia me be Kumase bia na ho na me kodidi me ne hopes na doye akwakohia ho da sama me kai oturufu se na dance wa brochiri me ne hopes na doye akohia e ho da ma yankodidi ho da eye patase afie fufuo asema na me kai na yesi ha no ane yesi ye be kokurom dokunu ne ye fu e wo sa ba bia makai eye 5 cedis na wo yiba wa abofra we di 5 years and 7 years no sa dokunu obetuma di abien 5 cedis no betuma di abien wo yo pahina esese 7 cedis no tumi di abien ba ne sen Mugabe nti dia na Kufuado Alhaji Bawumia ene na po ye running mate ene MPP amayoku nti manya biribi a mama sia anya biribi a ma santemanya na sese mo bon e kro no ana wa babaji e mama ye policy bi a wo se wo frɛ no planting for food and jobs asema mo kari o mo se ye wo biribi ye frɛ no planting for food and jobs 1 and 2 Mugabe ini pentumi nto aduan mpo ani ini pentumi nidi just 2 square meal a day 2 square meal so bi be didi mpaga bien he ewurabi ye ne ewurabi me ne de ya ye ne ewurabi abonkobo and the way a lady ni kasa no who say the lady was speaking from her heart and niema concerning practical lifestyle affect ordinary Ghanaian no and Munana or bad lady no ekache. I didn't hear that. What's he say? It will be a over dia. Ufu say hade a beer a ye meme son the mede. Na ye will baby wa or can't casabi. See, or say area be or who could tell young or your friend. So I want to make your friend a garment. I want a garment. It says I want a I don't know. What this one quack 30 Ghana. Just an apple breakfast. Obio ya juma. What you are the just 600 700 Ghana a month. Can you mind? No quack breakfast a dear. Or say area no quack and everyone of friendly garments. I just say from 50 Ghana going. Uko hodi now per once. So one pedia. And the nana Matinga Junction and the name new site. And what do you bet to me, ayo? And now bet to me, the ordinary Ghanaian Santini. Nanka Santini, the one ya bibia, or take a horse war. And yes, Santifuam, or this she, a Santa Maya, Muna yet to Yakasa Chiramo, Munamut Yadamute, Yatimudanganum, Prempregia Menomocasai, Muntina Yabamudangan on the Yadamocasai. Muntie, Nanka Bane Dang, one yana dang, and I mean, Nankanya Otim, whom me co. And then yera. And your team whom me co and then yera. A Santafo. A Santafo, Muntina Yanam. Muddin Kansasi and Tabuachia. Mukradin Kabian. Mudi and Pian and Ediatum Prada and Jessica. A Santipudi and Young Edgaratum Prada. Nanko Mikura Bessia Santamaya. The Biasa can say, I don't make it. Just a Janet in Kajan and that baby of that crowd in Kenya and Crowes at the in Sonia. Yeah, I'm a permanent that the lady didn't make us send me a young front. If I knew what you know, I should be named Della. A younger idea when you are better on the Moncan Galam, same kind of one. Let me get you know. Galam say quite the other one. Mikacha is a man in Nomo Quine and Adela. Galam say quite as you anymore. Are you serious? Are you serious? Because they say the kidney infection, almost say, no, the 3 years. Only in a Santa region. Now, when you say, Mugabe Maase, what's the talking? Your friend Burini Osado. When you say, Jerry Lawrence be too as a crowd Ghana. Jerry Lawrence be too as a na your Fedi enemy. A man would not kufado mereso. Kodu Mase kwa. If Fedi I didn't say to say, I didn't say, and I was a galam say, Namu Yababa galam say no so. Naye can prepare ordinary hardship. A FC ordinary Ghanaians. Ordinary hardship a FC Santemine. Say in kind of Santini. In Kawanya Fufu. When you're in Kwang. When you're in Bribika Kra, when you're near Budaburu, no way you're a precasa, Nanka when you're in Kobe, and in Namia Yahoo, insure Nano, and Nami, Ebia, a Munsoya, a Daya, a Babia, a Dutum way, Mofre, Lake way. No, a Quakunyan Nam, Nanko Diawo, Nufuka Krebi, no, I call. A market way, baby, I want to me a race course on Yadi. No, I can't to the beef for money. I don't know the approach. No, I know I will for Papa Beard. And that ordinary Ghanaian, ordinary Santini, a Biawa, a Brema, a Branty, a Mawa real school. When him say, baby, say, a rabbi or quite a minute the lecturer. Also, we are nursing school. Nursing school, no quite fian, nang, no bear fian. Also, Nina, allowance would jail in the new 7 months. Out of 36 months. 7 months, no. How? And when we are on a woman postune here. And this girl is so stranded. Oh, when you're young, these are the things we are appealing to you and none. And yes, oh, Baby, Ebay, Fessa, or Baby, school every year. No, Tiffy, no, say, I had the sweat also. Never took money out of the man on the crown. Anything. TSO be a bedroom, not daily minimum wage, you know. Sikano obedi wa dwuma mu no eso sen ni daily wage da bia wo market no nia odi no eso sen ni ada wo market the day. How do you expect that person to survive? This is what we are talking about. Enye bibia che santimaye ye bigia kaye kano enye se ye tayo bia o amemu na ya nkabahu amemu no say ya nkabahu. We don't hate anybody na do ye hate no. Iki ye shawma ba wo mia adopa
aka 2 months afeni be
efeni ya ba be so me ntache can you imagine money tuai ni ekoso wo manyi mu a John Mahama why so mu amunim se John Mahama dia so be bo fom e wo kejetia market no o de si ho money tuai. These are the things race course wo ngatumu akwa kwesi wo baby amama akra buton ade up to date na muntie na nekufado ne Alhaji Bawumia ensem biara woka no emfi wo ngakomam bia wo ba ha no ngabeka ne wo pa akire mo yandi ye tenkran baby a SYZ TV ne Power FM wo no ye wo su ye tetema ye nimne ekoso ya na nado abia munnim ene ye gira ne ye ka akire mo santeban ade se muntie nana muntie ye emma moton ade muntie ye ye papa no muntie ye emma yo amrante ne maba wa mo susu muntie ye na Akufo-Addo abala nka ne friend Labadi wo ba bebubu hospital esiwo wo bebuegu hospital no esiwo na nado abebu hospital ni nyina gu fam oni Bawumia ene wo ngaka tense wo akwa secure loan sika fande ne biribia ho chese sika da ye radio ene wo ngabebu asi ho fitimfi beye nan ne nachi aye ansa de ya 2020 aba besi sabri o se Ghana fo aye lafo anto aba ma no up to date hospital ni so won see ye na Akufo-Addo tumi di aso bebo fom sese wa hemfo ehwe na na otumfo anim otekokko so e de ne ko Boankra so ba be ye inland port mu am wo ha mu na mo ye madanse inland port no wa ya na onye ye no ye mo ha no o ya kesi kura sinsa won kra ngo wo tutututu bebi bebre asori dan na Akufo-Addo otumi ahye Nyankopon bo otumi hwe oni Bawumia obi a otumi hwe nyame anim na otumi dada wo Nyankopon so obesi asori dan ma no na ukotu fom na wo sensike wo Ghana sese Ghana Japade na ukokra obu efi Israel ede beto fom na efi wi atiri no eho aye nim guase ma adane swimming pool eho na wo gware yare kaniem asi won kran nti mu ha no niem bi ekoso ha na do de aso ne ade abofom a onye ye no mini adala kai hwe regional minister Simon Osemensa no te radio so na yebisa ne se Japade niema ayema baniaye bububia otumi mo otumi hwe ya ma o ka kire ayetiefo ene nsamtuofo se munhia me wo me office ne nchen so kioso na e wo ho no thank you kioso na ho no minim some petition wo to mo se I don't know won ko hia o sa kioso akoye da abaye dai no be ho hwe obi te se bantama mo yare kansema e wo mo nchen ya kire mo we are not lying, we are not fabricating anything. We are not telling you lies. Just simple. Obi to say Bantama MP. Road minister, current road minister.
And this year, Casa say, "Yam one is Confanote.
Here $10 million. These are the things that Santamai can. They don't want to help you. They are not. You see, when I was higher, more stronghold. I don't know, sir. It will move. One of them says, I said,
"What's your nyansa? To a bet your man was said, if you are Santimato about next time, these are the
things we are telling you to do. These are the things we want you to do. These are the issues we are telling you, sir. Moon shed the echo, so to say, Mkrofuna from Sasa said, are you free or no koto? Who don't want to
kidney never.
I didn't say, MPP need not be on ferry. Kachira santemai say ye dia ponchi ejina ho na ye dia tare MPP atare hye kra eno ne ye beto aba ma no eno na ye so wo kire wo munyansasa na wo ye politician na won fa ni die mayen na se wo tumi kasa asem wo kire ye ya se wo bu ye se sebi ye mo bia
na posa wo the MPP Asante region wo mo mata ade
so wo hia this is the mentality of Onipa na Obabe running mate. I'm Alhaji Bawumia.
Running mate na Obabe running mate.
Win Alhaji Bawumia. Mugabe na Akufo-Addo dada Ghana for wie no. Na Alhaji Bawumia call no ankasa di kuroma ye wanware. And no dada won so be ma won watermelon factory. And no ma won obokura si wo. O wie no. And wakwa ka che won say the whole of the region adia na Akufo munti o ye ka santema ye ka dia wo ye won kran ene ama ai region bi Amanta bi so ne
challenge na momo awie de ka na nya no kora omomra
omo meka kire ntini ya ba ha no ye ka kire say MPP fu e wa ha no
for the ha
omutumi ka iti ya ba de ba be kire mo say asem e ho ni alachi ba wo mia e ko tena radio so e wa Sempa FM sister says ekosi sen
obi
and okokate won say the signature project wo Ghana ha any northern region MPP fu aya ono no adi ani mo ngaye no e ye Pualugu Dam o say no dey won aye dam no man farmers ho nyina e fei de o ye campaign and okọ ho na nsem 12 di na chi okopio wo hina di
ayefo nyina akọ ho
o di ayefo nyina akọ ho de so de kobo fom okobo atoto bo fom owie no and o san kwa ayefo na nimu no e fei de opa be pri won to me biem because o yes and what to man 2020 okọ pri to me biem no kodu ayefo na nimu na ayefo no ebisa na so yo ye ma wakaba wasem ne say Alaji ba wo mi asem obu na anu ane say nananu mepam chew momfa be body chem manye ni ye me ka kire mo say Pualugu Dam no ya ye na so ye ye na fi mumu aye na memeti na me mankasa me bedidi Pualugu ni me what say $12 million
11.9
$12 million aso ewu insurance ni ade nka ho what say $12 million
no well job for no well done
foundation ni ho
no well done
isu Alaji ba wo mi to bi ka kire Ghana for say why si Pualugu Dam sana na kufa do tumi dada onipa no bu hospital gu
and ya ba an sase mo maka nyina be bo amomati
ya be bom ni nyina mo mati
ese so mo ti say hu say enya to ni etwa
obi antabi we don't hate anybody we na do ya be papa nka be pe ma obi ya me bra pa nyina nka wo pe ya mbusu ni aka ya pe
otu ni nya
se nyina otufo ye nyina ye na ya ninye ya fa wa ho
otufo etumi ko raise fans no dia koma Miami Chrome for Central Region no dia ko share educational fan mu aye me fe otumi di ko share ba bi ya ni je enti otufo raise
enti sa di person wo ya de pa ma ye mo
so
tufo nya mi nshira wo
ba ko aye ko be bi aye ko ya me wre ko ye ni e ko no che se MPP aba ben fie nwotwe Comfort Hospital apratete otumfo na oye lala sula license
Asantemawura nyamishira o
otumfo nyamishira ono na epesika di esiesie Comfort no
adehye moame
and so your regional minister says be oyaria baby on Comfort no samoro say oyaria Comfort no eso oko na empenyifo MPP from empenyifo cabinet ministers na mo je Kumasi
Comfort
amena pro no tumfo etu anamon se obesiesie no raise sikanatie se omo ye political party omo conscience because so mu say emra otumfo di na nsim no pe e say ye fere ye mo say
mo beda mo
dia yes say otumfo di na nsim dia
so omunim fawi
ko ye omunim fawi otumfo raise 20 million or so to renovate Comfort wo ba ya mfie mo $1 wo tumi si hospital ba ko kakra no e wo ho no a wo beto ye no so mfie mo twini ya ba hwe Kumasi kwan ye na so ye na so every weekend minister MPP payifo nyina nam Kumasi
road minister fia
Everybantema
Sofia road minister
adentu no mo boy
why then bonnes
adentu mo boy MPP
Santema adentia eye mistake say
bonni ben ya
eye mistake say Santefo so boto MPP na is it a mistake
adela me ra ho
say Minam Chrome say, MPP for now. Asantema, Asantema in the Numo said, you know, you can say.
What is this? Then pa. Say, Mugabe.
Asantema pa, Miraha, and Miraho, Della. Miraho.
MPP idea. Any.
Now, Yakofa, way, Swami. Swami, a year runabout. I wouldn't sue you. Say, Tia Santimero, or 2 4 said to Adeko Quaso, and the Swami runabout.
Nanado, any
Napona, oh, near Yawn say, Napona, I say, Akofano Crano. When said the last election, no result to Yan Crescent away.
Aye,
no result to Yano. Is it 2020, 2016? No, or be 2020 result to the Napo in the shot away. Obi team with sentiment, I share the poor result. Now, Mugabe, now, and the Biameka says me say, Nanka Bia, Utimi Yadino, which chill funa, as I we need to Sukakra. Sankro free in Asima, can ordinary Ghanaian Mutio, santimai muntie ye asema ye kan ye chawpa ani understanding ye do tumanim say mu de mu amuntie ye kan no kware a kire mo mpanimfa ya bobo woni nyina no obie ni ho yare akọ sa hospital yi bi nanu ya obako yare hospital okọ no e wo New York one of the most expensive hospitals.
Asante bedi eto na yare ye stroke na ache na ho no dada bi body no mo say
me Kenoforia Tansa Kenoforia Ta hospital okọ the Sante order one hospital a 5.5 billion OCDs
one night
your friend Mayo Clinic
Mayo Clinic.
Other hospital in the United States of America. New York.
One day.
Yeah,
other hospital.
5.5 billion.
What the bag Ghana?
550,000 Ghana
a night.
Friend Mayo Clinic. You're challenging me beyond Google. You just Google it and you see. One night, 5.5 billion. They'll tell you, say, cost our hospital. So they will kill you, they will poison you. They don't care. Mugabe, how possible? So you do. So how much are Santime Pesca? How much are Santime?
Champagne machines.
They don't care. They don't care. US. Asani pa no kwakoda hospital na kwakoda tremors omo na asabedi atom no omo che asante fu business guys e go adum ani magazine ani stadium hoyi ne wole ni ade kuma sasa market why hina no sing sam crofo no hina na sing sam pe for who ministers ni ade no you are not you people
kura ya wo mi wom ya wo mi wo kuma sa school ha wo aha ya me furu matua ha na me bedu asantema ma na me wura ho so me run about
wo hwe Confederation Hospital wo hwe ekwan ye wo say any edwe ye nu na santema stronghold
ni mani mugu asati etimi sa akokura microphone ko gira bote ye campaign say you break 8 and 8 ni aje
nipa baako a mfie 9 or the 13 secondary schools na ba Ashanti region
13
so Muhammad 13 blocks 13
only in Ashanti region
13 blocks Ashanti region 13 in 4 years what about the thing what
chi my one kura
my
hospital one
hospital ba kumponu a esi ha no anu to we ja ma ne pro
ye oye yen so to aso wi a so wo then no body for the bebem
the mini
here for the beko ha akwaja nya santama for the beko akwaja to wa dwe pama santama ya
say o ma fa o mo say as MPP afa asantama say ye de as ye be ye bia no ye beto aba maye eti na sebi ena eniamo wosam ni jibisam de ye kire asanteman
na
ye kire
ye say radi meet no kura no etumi hwe Ghana phone say asantefo de won say MPP t-shirt and AF into man t-shirt we wie ohia mpuntu ohia hwe menua ba me maame me nana wotie me nti mpuntu nti na woto aba ana say ye t-shirt nti na woto aba. You voted for a purpose. Yes.
Radio interview na na be will take effect.
Yes.
Bisa na se kwa brefo se o makwan nye. Nti se ma hwe o ma omuntu abama mo. So omuntu omonye den.
Omunyai. So to be show bia. Omu no de omo ho.
You open when you
we because time of ohia ato ne de. Na do to be control. No pachew. Oko na ototon kokwa na wabeyi di edi mukoda mo spa no no mato nanado tumi ko ekodi trotro mate se nanado se no mo pure water enne hwe the laka se mi se mahama etumi di 13
community SHS
no the buy blocks the most important eyi ba ko ewu me say eye kodongo ene ko mewushu na don mahama e di mai santimai the poor Ghana for sentimentie or the more clean potable water and then na nekufu ado ne ba wumia aba be pollute solution and people cannot even get a quality and a clean water to drink and my water stability no etumi rising just about 5 NTU no and then etumi raise up to 14,000 NTU the water stability and now they are pricing in nipa wa e be ye dey na ye maame ye nuanom ye sisters mo a wokika ka ho wokowu a na onne obitumi wo Ghana Emma ne ba ne 9 to me 6. I've never seen it before. You say your woman Mrs. Abri. In Kabrochini na ya hu wo pepesin. Na ye nim se Ghana. That he to mercy. Nanso na Kufuado. Out to me catcher Santamai and you take for hotel take FM catcher kwa abere for say. Omo mpeso mo to abama MPP omo nyai o to me force obia na mra na wo hia power na de 2 minute na to me ba wo ho be pacho. Etiefo Santamai o te kokoso.
Badela.
Ne.
Ni Kofi. Son.
Yes. Baby. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Would you want to say, agenda 111 from now, dear Cajon, would you fancy was I see a baby? One more, you know, much as agenda 111, must say 111 hospitals, or more a cat is sold, ever traded. Hey, ya, much as said, the Diana Mucatis or the Moriana.
Woman see back on me. You watch
You be seen
MPP by ye, Sika Bussia woman bo. I 761 billion. Almost 3 oil fields. Oman page your mama no kufone 1 oil field. A bro man page your mama be fia kunya so nya oil field mienu. Aka ho na ye miensa. Ensente ne ye 2 oil wo nipa 3 places. Na sikadupo enso na akufado akako ni baomia abobusia de Ghana busia akakodru 761 billion. I just said nipa ba ku bia Ghana ni bia deka 28,000.
Motu abana donko bi won kan. Eno no. Scan e wo mu yes saying.
Mugabe. Nana Akufo
so na we secretary.
Nana Akufo na share boy yes.
Na sorry wo.
Reverend Jenfio say opoku die die.
Bo ate wan no. Say onu kura di mi no.
O ha ni okita di mi.
And we say a criminal way o.
A criminal offense.
So ma Ghana we kura di mi no. Now we passport different passport.
Different passport.
O yes of wo
na eno ni say Nana do say
kwamena edu Jenfi.
Ana ba ko no so the same.
Ni ba kusibuate.
Idi mi no. Ofa.
Ti dala me ba wo betime wo di mi no.
Nabi
mimi de Mugabe Salifu Maase obi anu se anu na yimi de
no
metime akoka se Mugabe Kojo Salifu Isaka Maase
Nabi
makura di mi no
passport
metime nya no passport mi passport so nya ordinary passport o
diplomatic ye Nana Akufo ne omanpanyi ne pastor
nti yama ne diplomatic passport
yama ne diplomatic passport the D ye different na the ono akasa ji ye different o the D mi no ne pay slip sika ye tua no bosum bia wo National Cathedral ho
last month National Cathedral no omo da no ebi da so je salary there
wo mo je na mogam ma me nchire bu kakra ene se na nado na hye Nyankopon bo se obedi o mampanyi no obesi asoro da dia kire no
more fire
na nipa da sani a hye Nyankopon bo na wanye no wo kokoam ogina pete so no kan o wie no fa asofo wa Ghana akukudam edi on be board members se wo mo no mo hwe asoro da no so ena Nana Akufo do fa okoko bubu okotu amena no oko rich e won kran baby na yesi judges edan na judges ne dan the latest the newest one was under Professor Samuel Joma 2012 up to 2016 na yesi edan ni
judge for no mo da
judges are no tie na nado ye na je so be si dan
da appointed judges be maybe o mo te no
o tie obudan ni nyina gu ya budan bako 13 ni nyina gu ebu old passport office ebu gu se oba be si asore dan and of Ghana sika $58 billion
million
$58 million $58 million e de ko share mu se odi ko akosi asore na nansei na emrantie won kran e bo fa ho de ko hu se ye ko ya sana me ko bi na de ye ko bi de ye ko ho sana baby Nana Akufo do ahye se obesi nyanko edan ama Nyankopon no a wantumi endi so no $58 million no eya mna na yetuo na nsu atamu emrante eduru ho yeyi yentare a ye dware na eyenum guase ma Nana do ene na ban se wadada Nyankopon wadada nipa dada santemaya afeje wadada Nyankopon se nyame me si da ma wo trustworthy onta nipa wi se ono nya omampanyin ope na yeyi no nana do no sabi ka kire yen Ghana fo se di ono pe na Ghana fo ye obu amanbuo sei obu aman tro kan sei ayo man Ghana sei e ma ne oman ya yeti sika so na kom di yen enne ye si apene ye sori anopa die ye bedie die ebenum die ye she edeni ensuo kakra mpo ye benum no a ye se ni free so ka no sukura no wo ba ye wa ma ya se ye nsuo enne ye wo nkwala no a na akwala na so asi ye di nkwala no hospital a ye so benya kidney problems akwala ya wo ne ketekete 1 year 2 years 6 months wonya kidney problems adentia ensuo e wa santimemu isi region in other part of you eni brenti nipa di galamsey machines esiso ye pesika esa za wo do mu huda ye pesika eni bresika ene ya se nsuo nyina wa santimemu ye gusu a ye se no otumfo ka chem se munja die bu ye yo munja die bu ye yo munja die bu ye yo politician a oneni abresika yo mu ya ni se wo mu say o man na sase epe nsuo etu galamsey epe gold na ye se gofo nsuo enne doctors ababo ntina ba beka se emrantie ni mmaba wa ye ukwala ye wo mu omamu ha sei no dudu ono nipa nwotwe a wo mu fi edu 8 out of 10 wo fa nipa du a emu nwotwe enya effect from chemicals a ye de ye galamsey ita se enduro ni chemicals a ye de ye galamsey no nsuo no mu na nipa no mu a ema nipa ye wo nkwala ni ya bafan nkwala ni nya kidney problems nkwala ni nya lung problems no any problem enti wo ba ya wa me boy
according to Dr. Elliot of Confanochi teaching hospital
I know
Al Jazeera for every do akata eni de bedi nkomo
Confanochi ha no
nya mi aka
ono o Confanochi ya eni we hunu ana ma ya hwehwemu ana mo de ba botene enti de kire say wa ma yesi wa ma wo se
ma bi wanya bibi ama
wanya bibi ama wo se ya mo no kro no asantemai abua tai wachi ato aba ma wo
edi won ye odebi
ya odebi
nti
afi wo ba ya wo a me kwan ya wo nye me hospital a wo ye me nsuo kakra no a me num no so
o sa de
wo di ni bre se no ankofo ye galamsey na kufa ni nutua amiga sabe jiro me de ma no besi ha
wo wi o se e ba o mo nyom
adansemai hene adanse hene aba bonte se emrantia ba de kurom wo etu galamsey eno pe mrantie no mo si ye mpene ma mo nse ye nsu
se de asantema wu aka se ye stop wo
ye mpene no nti adanse hene so mpene owo ho se regional minister afre no se jai mrantie no ma wo mo nya wo maduma hey ensuo no aye no ma ni pe wuria ye se
otumfu akasa
wo regional minister no tumi ka kire ye se ye njai
eye government business
na nkrofo ensensuo no regional minister where you are supposed to protect the welfare of the citizenry now my ensensuo now fro hin ni ka kire se ye njai mrantie no mo muntu galamsey regional minister na
yate huni
eneni nansa nipa ni de ye no wa kakra ye Titus Global ono se greater Accra regional minister na akufa ni minister
okay
ba bontiri se galamsey no ye kan nyina
yeah galamsey ni enough time on the galamsey and I won say asanteman enyum wasi mekwa ma obi aba kan ye wo pa kire me na ma obi si no obi ayeye yasim ene wa yeye yimi boni ayo nipa nua enam bia so na homa hunu suro nti enam bia so ahoma hunu suro yi ene ode tumi amamo asanteman wo ma se da nie the levels like I say ma Safari Valley Eco Resort omo odewu ewo eye Okre constituency o Eastern region omo kwa yimu ye papa na asida PSC kase pa so ekoma eye Power Specialist Eba Hospital so musu kwa yimu na omo eboye na nakwesi chairman ni hotel Tucson Hotel ewo adwoso eye adwoso yetimi enko enya wo mo saa so na asida kase enkoma Amuzu Eba Clinic ono so dey Amuzu Garlic Bitters na eboyen ewo TVS was et Power FM so edi masede nyina ede mamo na mi enhia mo ye papa na ye konya ye mo
Hebron Hills International School Media of the Sewom Road. That's natural mineral water. Ubra AMCom show BMA. Ubenye bia yeden etumi ato Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center. Omoso ekure mu a eye kumasa ene makokoben oboase santase kwantempo no so won so obi hu mo ewo ye beda ho na akofa abafo nkrato semeti wom na afi yaba yeba yeda so asantemamu yebeka ho esem na eye adwuada me adwuada bia me cheska intene maba asantemamu wasa me 30 million 3000 Ghana tie mi ne tie mi ye de obeya ne se obebo star 274 hash na wasende obo 1 beto 5 Ghana ubo 2 beto 10 Ghana star 274 hash na wasende waselete po FM number 1 wabo 1 na to 5 2 na to 10 me beche 3000 Ghana 3000 Ghana mechichim ubetime nya 2000 ubetime nya 1000 me bechichim e de amama hwefo eni metiefo the whole Ghana obi anye we ema gise utie program papa asantema sese ya bai omo ye political shows no mesate adane akoye sports yaba kurum ye yenim da ye be konkran sese ye wa ha chama na question so ye ba ye waje fe e born on 9 no ojina train na mission ne papa na wani aje ye fa asida kese ma adwuma wura ono abo sedu agongo wanye teku anye sempoa wose monko akoma papa wo ma NDC ne jomament no monko na monko ye adwuma na me yesa papa na meti ase Haji Asala
so chia na Haji Asala ewo new doma sunyane
otie
ti Haji Asala so hweme obane Alhaji Ami na me chia mu nyina wo new doma ewo sunyane me shira obebre
any management aye Adeshe FM manager wo ha Paul na me shira ni papa semeti o me kofa abo afọ nkrato na afi yasan ya ba mo hwe ye won kran afomokra already ye basisia.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Masa.
By using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations. Ejumanu obi afeyebi.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Yemrenu oyo man ye John Mahama ne Professor Nana Jeno Pokwadman se wo baba mu a wo bese MS Kakrabia Women's Development Banker e man ko na be ye ho adwuma sikakrabia be tai ma echi ama omobosia de ye adwuma e ho si ho ne ye ketu abi e free hairdresser fo so adesuafo ne yen afe na ye bi adwuma adepanfo e ma akuafo yen a ye nam kwan ho ton ade ne yen a ye didwa abefo kwan so ene enwuma wodo a e ma da no na benya tefa wo mu a yenyi wo bia nsinchen no kwasam ne se John Mahama ne Professor Nana Jeno Pokwadman ye oman panini na bedi akire wo man mu a emma benya gina bia papa to abama nsakrai papa to abama John Mahama ne NDC.
The 5 kg of rice has moved from 25 cedis to 165.
Hey! Boss, cement moved from 24 cedis to 105 cedis now.
Hey! The kenke is 5 cedis. The fish, I have 10, 15, and 20 cedis. Which one do you want?
Hey!
Stop the A.
Hey!
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
We've won.
this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Mumma is sorry and Renum, Nina, Nyawo, Deka.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Masa.
By using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Ghana menyina yemreni o oyo man ye John Mahama ne Professor Nana Jeno Pokwaj Maase wo baba mu a wo besi MS Kakrabia Women's Development Banka e man ko na be ye ho adwuma sikakrabia be time ma echi ama omobosia de ye adwuma e ho nsi ho ne ye ketua bi e free hairdresser fo so adesuafo ne yen afe na ye bi adwuma adepamfo e ma akuafo yen a ye nam kwan ho ton ade ne yen a ye didwa abefo kwan so ene enwuma wodo a Mada no nyina benya tefa wo mu a yenyi wo bia nsinchen no kwasam ne se John Mahama ne Professor Nana Jeno Pokwaj Maase o man panini na bedi akire wo man mu a emma benya gina bia papa to abama nsakrai papa to abama John Mahama ne NDC.
If you are hearing about the 24-hour economy initiative for the first time, or you are pretending that you do not know what it is about, please cock your ears now and listen to me explain it again. This is a policy that is not peculiar only to Ghana. A 24-hour economy will enable 1 job to be shared across 3 shifts and employ 3 persons, providing job opportunities for 3 workers instead of 1. And that is what my intelligent, eloquent, younger sister, or should I say my daughter, explained as 133. This policy aims to drive economic growth, improve service delivery, and create jobs in both the public and private sectors, and will prioritize the needs of our young people. And for the policy to thrive, the government will have to invest in security and public safety measures, including recruiting additional personnel, enhancing street lighting to promote nighttime economic activity. Essential components of the public sector's 24-hour service, that is for the public sector, would include a 24-hour port and harbour, 24-hour customs service, 24-hour banking service, 24-hour vehicle licensing service, and 24-hour passport services, amongst others. I also intend to incentivize the private sector to operate 24 hours and
in all the 60 regions across the country. Sunyane FM Ekramu Ewo a year of Bono regional capital. Frequency 88.1. Dagbon 102.5 FM Ewo Tamale. Kesmi 107.1 FM Ewo Tamale. Boli and Kiligi FM Bokoya Source 100.1 FM Sanso and Zebila Aya Zebs FM Wa Aya WFM Pusiga Aya Wimpan Sampa Wende FM Takwade Aya Tadi 99.1 FM and Sharp 106.9 FM Siama Lembele Western 100.3 FM Yenuanimo Woho 80 Ho 92.5 FM Sanso and Aya Vota Regional Capital Ho Anoso a Global 105.1 FM, 2 radio stations in Epic here live from the Volta regional capital, and T region. You are 79.7 FM, Okete, Krachi, Myanmar, a war, a year, Jessica FM, live for Boom FM, KFM, or Passa, all in the OT region of the Republic of Ghana. Midi Eddie Mugabe Maase, Ubetimi Afremi, Atankwele Gabiga, the capacity man, Sabre, Yede, and some Odwakano, Enina, Esho, so as like I said, come Safari Valley, Eco Research, Omadaruma, Kahubi Techi. When you did me, Yade Ebrewo, Mabafo, Danny, then you know, Motayati, Safari Valley Eco Resort, one more hour a year in the eastern region of the Republic of Ghana or constituency. Now, about wildlife experience, Jata Sebo, and yeah, what do you open baby pa edu honeymoon of Fukumasia? Now do any actual, oh, Sunya, now do any actual, oh, a year takwa, now do any actual, a year do. Now, Wabe who say yes, swimming pool papa be gym papa be hotel papa be over dama wato. No one say bibia ekoyi. Humacha kwai ewo do in the eastern region of constituency. The first that Amuzu about clinic and so at the Amuzu garlic bitters and a de boy and there and you may. Now Amuzu garlic bitters when you be buy to me when Peduano mani Peduano. It's an so a year brand maybe be also it me call and kind kama. Pharmacy show biana heba show biano. Ubo rema ubenya Amuzu. Garlic a year bitters in the ato power specialist about hospital yema me sebra Piyase Lake Bosom Quantum so only just filling station and a edi and shenimu nka mam one kind that just a crab Pokwase ACP Quantum so I want to ubi no ewo ho takwado anaje estate or anaje me primary school no na a year Kumasi anso de Piyase Lake Bosom Quantum so Tilimika only just filling station and a edi and shenimu Oko 1 year fibroid mini by tetiwa obete ne te e de amount sanso ena eja eye component how so a obete ne te e de amount hepatitis A B C D E ni nyina no obeboa no wanya ho aduru anya ayaresa nimoko nyina dawro mani Medimoses eba clinic won so ka ho bi na eboa ye eye problem fakoho na Medimoses se me kan che o se o de medi garlic capsule say dem e de aba edwa so wonya bia Ebuama blood circulation moja timidi ni pedua ni mafurisa ni ye papa ema ni pedua ni jina na aso brani tukopebi na bobo said be ya medi eye garlic capsules no ebetimi aboawo na wagina wona so wose wo prostate problem mema no sexual weakness bema de oso timi bo adwuma yi na fra odale de mana so kofi abusua panyini ya fra close alos ana se Kevin Asante bema de ni se wo ye weak e wo mpem wose otimi wo so ho ye che se wo ye champion ata ene ye fra wo ima ne de nata aka ho ni nyina ne se ho oden Mugabe Maase Herbal Clinic omo ena eboye che di dwumedi ebro Hebron Hills International School o media of the Sawam Road open school papa de ama obako said be an dachi betumi asi ni ya che say Hebron Hills International School was excel and shine Samson as natural mineral water would woni chere me come shop BM organ ha wo benya bi ato wo pedodo na tu akoton so afo ni chere SYZ Broadcasting e 37 Abibese Street the heart of Accra uko Sir Robert ya dudu bi a opebia no nsa ebetumi aka yemfa aseda kese efama Ashanti Regional Chairman na nakosi so wo ba Ashanti Region ha na apekuti papa ada ama ho atowa e wo chan krum edwoso chan krum e ye Tucson Hotel ene wo wura ho a conference room kakraka restaurant kama pa wo dam paso ada ma hoto wo do on say ba bia wo ja wo pese okoye conference bia na okoye meeting bia e condition rooms ni ba bia recreational center bia kama e wo champion Ashanti Regional Chairman na nakosi ya mi enhira wa ye ntia se wo panyina odi mfidie nyina de ama yesem na Ashanti Region ha ye kasa ma eye Ghana ma nyina te ka no the honorable Sedu Agongo papa no wono na Heritage Bank na ye ne dia yeso wasem court nti bank ne yaje atoto ne nyapade nyina na so yakopon hira wa ne wo hira wo honorable Sedu Agongo akoma pa wo de ma jomament ni hu yi akoma pa wo de wo ma NDC ti ni hu yi papa na mi hira wo na ye chairman manager so wo adwuma ma eye Paul si e ba ye wo ne adwuma fo nyina no maji awa tu na eye Ashanti Region so wo be dom ma aba begu ha enye dom ketua obi aba be Mugabe eye former eye MC ewo eye Asanwase menua na me enhira wo ye papa se munyina mo matumi aye dai etumi abema yakwa aba ewo ha ye be move on na afi no ya we nsema wodo a ewo eye simpisu a ye hwe nsem no nsem no doso ambassador Sampiale anything ni na no se Mugabe mo bo adwuma papa na me enhira wo na bibia so enkoso ambassador Alhaji Sinari former Ghana ambassador to Saudi Arabia happy birthday to you. We are going for other issues no ba yebe wuram yes sate ene mahama akasa wo ene jomama yeden akasa say ya no for no mu ke komotibom akwa namba yewo alternative adehye no betimi ama na yehye mesi yewo de yi yewo alternative ye puti contingency measures in place ye ba ne yaboa ye ho dada ne ye de ye ba ye betimi agina so amera na ba to ye program me pakura meka se kina ye program na free eye tafo asiye me pa metimi aka se ye free Tucson Hotel obi amra na so oye den a ha all the to abede obeti de mo pese mo ye bia mo betimi aye me say yaboa ye ho ne ye den ene ye ba ye honorable Jilo Zebra na me asumdwo come say na Jomama ye den wakasa eti excellency John Dramani Mahama.
If he pledged that he wanted to build a cathedral, our understanding was that he was going to raise the funding. Nobody stops you from raising the funding, going around la sulala and raising the money to do it. But you do not have the authority to commit taxpayers' money to what you have personally promised God that you're going to do for him. And the point is, we are different religious backgrounds in this country, and all of us pay taxes. Muslims pay taxes, Christians pay taxes. Those who believe in African tradition, they also pay taxes. And so you cannot, out of your own discretion, decide that you want to use the taxpayers' money for that particular project. The Muslims built their national mosque. They went to Turkey and got a foundation, raised the funds from Turkey to build it. And I'm sure that there are many Christian foundations that could have helped to build this cathedral if the president had approached them. But they used $58 million of taxpayers' money to inject in what Assad now is a pit filled with water and mosquitoes. Recently, some people went for a swimming contest in that pit. I don't know how healthy the water there is, but Ghanaians want to know how that happened. We also want to know how 25 billion that was expended for COVID-19 expenditure was used. The Auditor General says only 40% of that money was used for COVID-related activity. The rest of the 60%, what happened to it? What was it used for? We want to know. For instance, we know that $30 million was paid in advance for vaccines or something, which were never delivered. And so we want to know who took that money and why those vaccines were not delivered. The other contracts that were given without tender, no resort to the procurement process. It was like they were just distributing it to friends and family. You go and supply this, you go and supply this. And people have taken our money and misused it without living up to expectations. So we want to know about that. There are many others. PDS scandal. Americans withdrew 190 million because the people who were selected as front people for the president's family, they started quarreling with the people who they had used as their fronts. And there's an audio recording of them talking about how the shares should be transferred and all that. That audio recording has never been investigated. The voices on the audio are known. Nobody has called them to question them. How come you were, discussing shares in a company that you are not part of? And that led to the collapse of PDS. How was the bank guarantee changed into an insurance guarantee in the vice president's office when the condition was that it should be a bank guarantee? And then it was changed to an insurance guarantee in the office of the vice president. And they went and got a fake Qatar insurance guarantee. All those things, Ghanaians want to know what happened.
So let's say John Dramani Mahama, PDS no, akromfo no, enu ba wo mi adi mo tetima pa. Higher this year 99.1 FM power 97.9 FM so one kind. Former MC the ma asawase yenua Hamidan ha asafo agenso ha na inso to kumase ya pa de nhira na namo asantima wura asantima ahira yedu ha inso ahase dey eto be asafo ageni ho afọ na menua panyi Hamidan so ne ho afọ nso mu nyina ba azabaje mu akwaba
mejo so Mugabe
bia bako de
o nyame
ese kosi epia bia na de na do abebo ya yi
o se adwuma so na mu di dia yete ye mintimi nkase nso to ntimi hye dem o se mdi kan ba na mbema mu akwaba na efiri kine ko ne ye be soja no
efiri kine ko ye be
soja no
chama Hamidan
Bibia
Bokode, honorable.
Media come fell because from 2016, anyway, you do election. Uba maybe say
I feel the old man.
To me my warning and
oh, there be na mosini by a man.
One and me say oh Mugabe Ababi.
Fantastic. Amabedu.
Wa ba ya ma wa kwa.
Nti akwaba na mo de brem me.
Nti na ye ba no your office na ti say wa ba kuma say.
E na modu ha. Na mmemme di ni.
I say ma mu hu say. Kuma say ye wo no.
Ya dia. And this Aje Kumasi, send this Aje.
They say the whole Kumasi is green.
Allah.
Attorney green. And that is
that
is the new Mugabe Maase. This election. Me who that was. Say
Munya 34.37%.
Say you be come enhia. Akoye work. Na MP na original ma MPP na adwane.
Every ho.
You be ko bantama. Na so adwane. Yebeba nhia so na stika ni ho ne chese say asentimaimo omo aso nsuo aso ansan omo hunye mu na bia wo fa bia na omo se ya bre na ajapade ne de it makes matters worse because say Ashanti region any asentimaimo hun say amamu ni ye yi omo esinchen
say no kan ye ka ha
na ye ajapade Inti say ye be ya Japade na omo nka ho dia. Na omo nka ho dia na e wo say omo nyina e sorry na yesesa ba nti Mugabe.
Nti akwaba.
Ba ya ma wakwaba na edwuma ne de nyansha optional.
Sama mateza aja aya Amina me ame ma me ono abona za turi ni wife ni zongo kokko steam no ha. Na bra no mo wo ntonso ene omo ko be 7 communities.
Ene omo ko ni edubia ase.
Kina ombe wa ha.
And omo ra and bra no omo akwa very east. ko ba bia zongo na egada vote
mo GCT bi in Asante region be ka mo de no ho ya me ka no atwe offense no fa ne mema otu offense no ana ba bia brante bi friend Yakubu e wa hia dudwama right ba bia hina Fred achi ko no ma won say ni sika Yakubu ne ba we ni sa se ti tene mama otu e tene mesa ma obi aka ho se waje dia na odi ja me kwan me ni se ma be wo se odi me fakuru
amedo me fakuru and dey share dey amamre
na asafo waje die se me wo bank amedo wo fakuru wo wo ye base wo no eti wa ba bedu ade na fa mi ko base wadi ase ye asafo waje die onim de me pe me ba hade a oni haw
edi muga hade e boko
esa untumi tie ye tia no chama untumi regional chairman MPP say utie den ye tia wo na
o say they wa give up
say ma won say nko yi
na unim say this is
na Asante
region be atro mo handing over.
Okay. So wo ye former
ba ko kra this animo so am na dey unim say me na no hwema me say
bibia ye kama so unim say a free next week kono NDC be take over parliament as majority MP
formina
MPs 4 be free wo na ba ko ye NDC me ensan ye MPP nti edi kan abo ma so next week kono na say ye form government na ye parliament na sesa no nti Madam Maase
yes we da
very well Madam aya asafo je ni menu apanye aya Madam Maase live on TV as well as no so on power 97.9 FM Dela Adam ene Kofi Abusu apanye omo so atena se ya de aka nyina no ya de eto amoso e wo TV as well as na power 97.9 FM nso to na so obehu doma egu aya ni mu ha ube hu mema ma na mo ba ye wa hu omo asabo je ni hu mo wo hu mema ma Asante ma do yo hu mema ma abegu ha masa wa pe oba betina dela galamse
Mugabe be da si bebre
ye ho wi
ye de galamse ni be wi
sana de e welcome aye ne de ma asante ma Ambassador Sampia. Yeah, for Ambassador Nekahu.
Ambassador Sampia.
We're champion.
Na the I think say he has
and
certain things in team because of Fredika. Yen na say free SHS and no one na Kupa do did that MP before and to Abama.
You see that.
This one see that. Oba elo BSc schools ni nyina na ode nkwala no kogu. Ye oye ya ne say ye sika no fa e tia nkwala no school fees asa. Ye nim say 2015 na NDC for launch free SHS edema day student. Ye na Kufa do abeka on say borders omo mo boarding schools wo de abeka. Enti eya na obi gira baby ka say ade ye campaign say o man pay jom ama ba free SHS no betwemu a na ne pa kono am say no new man because Nipa or shall say 2015 edema day student only and son and another day borders be count e ye den no be kase ye kase obehihye ye dey free searches by and the problems be bring about school and the sabi ubeko school bi na nkwala na fonfon se nkinam aho kire eduane diem wo mo nyomam sports school sports a collapse school bi ni jesi omo ni boss aban for ball mbae nto omo nya dey enti a collapse school sports emene obi o ya physical education bia wo schools no eya e worried obi o ni sports bia is worried o man penjo mama say oba be siesie free SHS no o siesie free SHS no na ya kono na enkola nyina ko school pe na wo nyina pom papa amakwan pe enna me no ka sei wo secondary schools no mu a enkwala ni bi tena ni basic schools a wo tena gallons ne blocks 1.2 million people 1.2 million students peoples don't have chairs to sit on in Ghana today 1.2 but we are opposition not to ton konya chiche obaya o man panyin fie nwotwenie enkwala ni nyan konya ntra so tumi nya bi
the better incubator masifaka
that's it
man discuss on incubators
obashia pastors no chiche sika ma omo ashia imam sura mo bi 30,000
makabia wakwashira ho akodonate bi
exactly
yato esia
ene moslemi ni kreboni etumi ko shrine ko ene sika ko che
Nso ntumi ntɔn konya man kwala ntena so.
Ka asɛm ne ye. Shrine ne yɛ den.
Okwa
fie. Kremoni papa pao. Kremoni papa pao kremuta. Mugabe.
Yes, we are so be nyina.
Bible account. And I'll give the quotation tomorrow. I shall not deal with this issue. Oh God, tomorrow we'll deal with it.
I dare about quite a down on paint your mamma, dear about Libema, free such in the Yama Cano. And it says all pass free such as that's all the university. Whose school fees here 3,000, 4,000. And no, and I will for a soon. Say free such as what we. Now, quality passive, you know, about university.
And a nursing training.
I guess a nursing training. I guess a name I make a ton in Tuma. Put in Tuma tongues. Why you a good year cotton and say what your school fees back when you university?
Your mama
say. A colano or passing no over university.
Ubasuba University.
Ubaniba University.
Yanina wouldn't be.
It's your very say. First year student. First year student on the tertiary institutions.
The mama saw a day.
Or for women in school fees off and free. I'm paying your mama, Yamisha what it. Yamisha was a guinea way about him because secondary school there, what your school fees are 800,000 to 500. But university, no, none of the person or 3,000, 4,000. It was your neighbor accommodation. And my neighbor, 3,500. Or high damn at the bar, oh, the gong.
The mama said, officer can't go to Amana.
Now, when my pay your mama said, for when go to a minimum
58 million.
58 million.
Or the nobody free.
Now, could for neighbor, and Debbie. The obey say. Oba pesika de tua school fees akwala bia wa pass here who go university e bia ye no nyama ebusuano because who university we the first person who go university wo
e wa ebusuano oba breadwinner in the family
breadwinner it is a more proper foundation ama pay your mama say to we go university now who school fees no for first year
afari nyina
first year
level 200 I know access
level 200 now who student loan no waje now they are sure also who we now we ejuma na what chechi
ejuma so be we na 24-hour economy ho
no nya ejuma bi bia ye enti wofa ye da sida ye wa sida bia ye fa mo man pay your mama say saadie we odi be
adwempa
e be hye adwempa e be hye researchers ne no nyam enti say dipa we
o me twa research
o me twam o twam say odi ba obe anse no oba ba ye mana yakono
thank you
enti asi e bona baso we bebre
fantastic
me say
na dalabaka cho say na mecha 3,000 Ghana star 274 has na send say abasa temen if you check capacity man say Dr. Callistus wa frame from his excellency John Dramani Mahama in office o Mugabe china t-shirts na eba ti feature comment set me see enim de aye wa
thank you
ye be ma green no Nana Kwesi chairman and then the executives no ye be ma green na ye green more
Nana Kwesi chairman and the chairman ofa ye bona baso
the whole Ghana
you bedu Kumasi our machi and probably to 6 a.m. Nana Kwesi echi hotel na mi share me who be that na mi share
okay was mo Ghana who say me say we bia bet me ada
o da o trasia me ko didi bae chire be me ko didi bae ama e baby die ansa na oko
Chama nyame share I want to ask Wama and this are attractive in the region.
I'm telling you.
More fire. Ovi. Start 274 has no one send. What's selected for from number 1? Wabo 1 na to 5 Ghana, 2 na to 10 Ghana, 4 na to 20 Ghana. Capacity matter nkolega biga water kwade wo sunyane wo eye go so nananum 92.5 FM ene mo amuti otan 90.9 FM ewo eye nsoko mo amuti ewo eye nsoma FM on kwanta Adunu FM wa Sankore ewo ni nyina hafo region echacha mo no abokole that say minua kajagum ono abosurugo say moga team no bo adwuma lesa nese wo say moga maba bedru echina meso me join team no kwadwo yebo anu makati mo say moga you guys are doing a fantastic job. You are listening. We are in our hotel listening to you guys. Woman nyina aba bedu team are different kind ba no say anu e dey anu e she ja Obi such a blast us so much.
Man
Tuesday. We show more well. Young go. What's here by na a nyame nipa nyame akwa bi na wa ha sa na ba. Eye Prophet Stephen eye ni mako. Eye Stephen eye Christ eye healing. Saving Christ Healing Church. Hobusiase, can say Hobusiase. Papa Nyamisha, we papa. This some of the Bible message in here very, very good. Magazine say baby abefe bi obi ate the radio this year 99.1 the how the can boje nti Kofi Pharmacy
yo boga am there answer na mekoso no ba ko bi kem cathedral no the labo bo eniema bi a na na kufa do dan ya nesisi ho ti enye dan keke o
embassy na ka
embassy ka ho
embassy ka ho
passport office and passport office na enye passport office dada o passport office juma
fully causing financial loss.
Dan bi wo no na ye frɛ no
nyina be prosecute.
Dan bi wo building bi wo na ye frɛ no Australian house and that's a safe house.
Okay.
E wo that area. Wobunogu. E ho na say nka emergency bi ba ye to be the president ko sie wo ho. Obubu ye. Yes. E ka safe house ah. Say bibi atoyere nchem bi aba. Gidi na ye president ho asema.
Kofi nyabotre wa ha. Honorable Helena Joanto so MP for Krachi West Water Region. So tie the on the constituency. Now we enjoy show ni papa. See you 179.7 FM. Information centers more than 40 will be pick your life. Now I say nursing training, you know. This year's nursing training is 6,500. School fees.
I don't know your mama's offer.
65 million.
6,500 per child
this year. And we so my you man your button.
What the mission connection to 6,500
65 million.
Jesus.
When him the some information about
and I like the way how they are listening and sending information to us.
When him the some information authentic no because say mkodano inya admission is work for MPC no support for support.
Because of school. Because when you admission, so many MP.
So the MPs have the concrete first hand information that this.
So I'm a magazine. Almost so my ready say yes, say machine in Amra or more best ones that be na ya mabomo ho one day. No more to me make us already. No problem. Yes, Yabama Santama. Mela ya chawo ni timu nyina Maase Ziko ne Alhaji Amuda.
Nti the other man ogusu no. Daya even national service even friends national scholarship secretariat. Ankasa wo bugui. Ena wo bu enu nyina agui no. We yasem. Because judges say na wo bugui no. Ne wo ma ya awere ho ne say the laka ebi a 2 bedrooms, ebi a 3 bedrooms self-contained. Now, you see no, we be just around 2015, 2016. And no buy the babu. And I we see that now who buy who made you abroad now chabanchigu. Who buy who made you abroad you no chabanchigu. See, I dear ya who woman say judges now what Simuna and that. Yeah, sometimes the judges need to court no will take some decisions the la na wo hu ye be nwa e chefu say judge pa eti dan mo na kufado ene Alhaji ba o me atumi atu judges no efi one day mu no buagu so the ba be si cathedral ono ne bosha wako Israel abemu no wakwa gina wailing war ono ne de ne nsa akwako gu wall hu wo Israel ede chew bi ebutu na pempema kana asema kire nyame ma menya president na me ye president mesi asoro da ma wo etiefu amutie yen mesi nanado wa ye nyankopon 419 na nye yen Ghana fo tie nyame oboso ne asase no nanado wa ye no wagadre 419 odi adi no agro no adwuma no di no odi adi nyankopon na yen Ghana fo no obu yen kwase e be ye yawo owie no na judges na obu one day no MPP and I say one party nipa bi estate Ghana International School for Cantonment estate na ho and na do akọ high side estate no the other judges every month be ya would you have $5,000 every month would you have $5,000 e masankro no
formation bi aba every ye ma mesika nati ho formation on academic year fees first semester 6,484 Ghana cedis. Second semester 3,810 Ghana cedis. Total school fees for the year 10,294 Ghana cedis. Hostel fee for the year 1,200 Ghana cedis. Note, all students should know that the total fees for the first semester and hostel fees must be paid in full before the reopening of schools in September. Thank you.
Mugabe, asem we the mayor deno. When say when we dey ya we. So school ni be sa no we ba qualify so be ko school. No, ye di we ya mano no ni akatua.
10,000.
Enu na John
100 million.
Yes, 100 million oh. And say na we ba na tumi akọ school. Enu na John Mahama catch us say that problem.
What that?
See that. And say because of mine no be no.
Mama ya na mo nya me draw na mama why. Na me chase kare mama for.
Dan say ye be me say that what you ya be santebe mu. Ye be chire ba chire santebe.
And na first day.
Yes, ni aka chire mo say muntu me we ye comedy so ye be chire mu ye be ko details ye be nyamre.
So say the papa dey bent na santema insure togo ye program insure.
I'm a for be fum.
I'm a fire hammer.
Yes.
Sumo bo.
Ye say o say President Mahama say nyame na dom na mo de o man ne hyade sanko area sa bedin we every year enipa e qualify so wo university and wo wie SHS no ye ka wo nyina bo including private ones na e 125,000.
Wow.
125,000 Mugabe enipa won awofutu bi nyeska and won ko tertiary institution ye ka nursing teacher trainee universities and other any private nyina no when you to be qualified, only 74,000.
Okay.
74,000. Only 74,000. Nya kani nyina nya school mu kwai because of sika. Ah, oni metu admission fee ni school fees no. Eno na John Mahama ka che say, "Esantemaye, mu da bona. Wo ba peso ko teacher trainee, wo ba peso ko ye nursing, wo ba peso ye ko university. No passing kwadia. John Mahama say, "NDC aban na eba no." Ena because all your na yetu no, wo ka ho bi. Koko na ye de koro wo ka ho bi enti faso ese ba no se ye na menu sum fidi a ye na menu na be hwe enti faso de be ba no anono de de
no se le wa pata ma na afi no ntiri se wo de bom
ntiri se wo de be bom na se wo dodo ado so faso ane nwa ani mre se wo dodo no akwakoto no afa ne free enti John Mahama say don't worry, don't rush, don't cry again, don't
Jomama adwepa wo ni tirim sa papa bi wa santema wura tirim.
That is it.
It was for education fund na ye top manfo.
Wonya wi afa wo ne ma nyina ne hia ne se wo be qualify. Nti obi a wa wi school bi a wo de to form so no.
Wo su ade ye.
Wo su ade ye ne to form so ne keke. Na me bua na 1 January oba wo wi ye no ano no. Na second year no se ne adela kan no me de fo kakra na ma wi ne sem. Tie.
Sa na why draw no.
Yes, and sa why draw no. Get fund no. And then me ya wo je no. E kitu abi. Wo je to be found ni ba bia. O say at least say nyame ya dom na so ba. Get fund no do be no special. On the percentage bi e be ka ho. Na eno ne ye friend plus no ma educational plus no. Na wo chia e ya around 6,000 Ghana.
First student loan no.
60 million. Now the achio bibia na ne aka no dia bo hata so.
Wo wie school na wo nye.
Wo wie school no. I don't know mpre ho. On can't tell so beje. It first year and we are second year no 6,000. Third year 6,000. I said I'll find out where you know where you 6,000.
Hope to say about journey this week.
No problem. Many hopes in me who not into Amra. Yes.
As the say sentiment how.
Na Mugabe, the woman say when you say na man nyina now we school ah. Mama say men worry. It's the 24-hour economy no dey betu gade nti no. Wo benya adwuma ye na mra wo ye adwuma no. Na what they want kakra kopim say obeti awie na pressure bi ama so na amadachi bi wo so watumi anya ba bi pasi na say aban na du ba bi kura na ye nimdiafo na won akwa abrochi na akwa kosua de na Ghana yanya exchange rate mo friend say import or whatever na Ghana yanya influence bi e wo mo ho a anya de na kama na nya fa so we e no wo nya sa hwe Mama de sa ne me bai no china ye be ko details o china eya sa mo friend say nkokon ketenkete na what they are yi na what they na adam no you shouldn't worry we'll make sure that we explain it mich make say we na me demand no e ba we no me am David Dakuji oye Eastern Regional Deputy Organizer Juma Oboman NDC and Mahama no Yamisha no pa Uncle Abraham Kumsen Yamin Senchira Obium, Yadamasepa.
Very well, Madam say Dala Edem any Kofi Ebusua Penny for more time and you may live on TV as well as also on Power 97.9 FM. Me chair said draw no bebana metimi announce so me lucky winners no. Me chair 2,000 back on match 1,000 so back on na me the ama adofo so some ba Asante region han na Monday so ye me da. So be to me yado ye kese e de emma wo. Nyame yado ma o china ebesa edinsia ye wa ha yinim da ye beko e de ka ka cho say ya ba ne de ne ya ba ye wa ha ya ba de ne ya ba nti ye nya ba ndi azantama so agi atum baby e be fa bia fans ni flu sa hot be chiao e won kran special good evening to you hot me je se baby aboko oni abusua ni nyina baby aboko very well nti ye twa so enwumre no si aka se ebo e be free ye addition ha be free Accra 100.5 FM so ewo ye enkran near the abro na ye so yakọ Power 97.9 FM any TV so as so na ye de aka nyina so e de free ho e de abro aseda no ye de bema adwumawura Honorable Sedu Agongo na Ashanti Regional Chairman Zamana na kwesi ne executives adwumawura Honorable Julo Zebra Miami boss nyame asomdwe kamo na onhia mo nyina ti de ho eno no na je say news ena eba na lucky winners no I'm waiting for the numbers but me sa enka numbers ne de ba obi a wotwa ye bia no hwe wo phone so na yemfa bibia anya de emfa ema no te na meda so tia no mo se wo sa make sure so be check wo phone so ma che 2,000 and ma che 1,000 enti no se wo bia no mentumi anya amantumi na so winners ne ko ochira ne ba metumi aye bibia e de amount wo number e 053 796686 last digit nya de amembo check your phone so wadi 1,000 Ghana better phone so sesia also number 0244297893 also my phone numbers no kwabi also wadi 2,000 Ghana cedis check your phone so bibia was Mugabe Maase ni midin loss any yeah